Did you see the title? Oh no, Facebook deleted it. Oh well. It says I can still go live. Let's just do it. Let's see. We're live.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to figure out how I can.
Why'd you mute yourself? I can't hear you. It's just so silent in here now. There's a mute. Oh, he's gone. Welcome back to the CHRILLCAST. This is Legend AF from DotSlashFrag, and I will be your host today. We'll be telling spooky stories by the campfire. Chris left me with too much power. Apparently his computer locked up earlier, right before we started, so it wouldn't be surprising if it locked up again. So, nothing. What's up, dude? Welcome back.
Hold on, I think my audio is messed up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go. We're good. We're good. I can. Okay. Whew. My mic apparently decided to disband from the stream.
Nice.
Now we're good. We're good now. Okay. Wow, that was the most painful beginning to a live stream yet.
That's okay, dude. It happens.
Yeah, it does. It does. Let's see if we can fix the Facebook one. I wonder if I can make it like pretend it's starting at 10:30 and just hit go live. Nope, it just deleted it. Oh well, Facebook's not getting it tonight. We'll put it to Odyssey instead.
Facebook doesn't get any love.
No, Facebook ain't getting it tonight. Delete on Facebook. Remove.
Bro, but you're not going to be in the metaverse.
Actually, no, we're in. We're in Facebook. Hold on, I think it's going.
Oh my God.
I think we're in.
We've entered the meta.
We've entered meta. We're in.
We are in Ready Player One now. I can see
meta,
it.
Mate. I'm for meta.
No.
That's not what's
Dude,
up.
Look at my cup. It's a Fast and the Furious AMC movie cup. I don't know why I have it, but I have it. It's got water in it.
Which game? Or which game? Which movie? Holy cow.
I think this was Fast 8. It doesn't have any marketing on it. It's a terrible fucking cup, if I'm being honest. It just has like tire prints on it.
Yeah.
It's probably like a knockoff cup for AMC.
I'll never forget. I went and saw the one right after Walker died. That's the one I saw. That was the last one I saw in the theater. It's been a while since I've been to a theater. Kids and all, you know.
Yeah.
It's a little hard.
So you saw like the CG'd version of him and stuff?
Yeah, where they had his brother play him and like CG'd his face over his. Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was cool because I liked actually the tie-in with the "See You Again" song. I thought that was pretty neat. I like Charlie Puth's "See You Again" actually, but it didn't hit me until that movie, like how kind of sad that song actually is.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing.
So since we're not here to talk about that today, though, scary games. You're a Resident Evil guy, right?
I mean, if I'm being honest, we did play the new Fast and the Furious game, and it was pretty scary how bad it was.
Oh, okay.
I immediately refunded it. I don't refund games, but holy fuck, that game was terrible.
Is that bad?
It's not good, dude. There's nothing redeeming about it at all.
I don't like hearing that. It's
like the arcade racer games are funner, which I mean, that's not saying much because those games are good anyway. But Resident Evil. So growing up, I played Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Nemesis, but that's really all I played.
Is Nemesis the one where he follows you around, or is that a different one?
So he does follow you in Nemesis, but it's like outside the police station, where in Resident Evil 2, Mr. X or the tyrant follows you around inside the police station.
And even if you think you're safe, you're not.
Yeah. Joey, the co-host of our channel, is in love with Resident Evil and has loved it his whole life.
Right.
I have a love-hate relationship with horror games.
Same. Oh, same by far.
I can go watch a movie in the movie theaters, a horror movie. I can walk around in the pitch black in real life. Like, I won't get scared. But there's something about games that just fuck me up. Like,
it's because you're interactive, right? Because you're actually part of that experience. I think that's what really gets you with scary games, especially for me. Like, anytime I know that I'm involved, like even Metroid Dread, there were some parts of Metroid Dread where I was like, literally was like, oh, I'm not liking this. This is a little uneasy. And I don't usually get that from a 2D side scroller, but Dread was like, whew. I even got that from Metroid Fusion once or twice, because there's that fake Samus walking around, and like just because of the surprise of it, that like you'll jump over a wall and all of a sudden behind you is the X-Parasite version of Samus, was like unsettling. But part of that's my imagination. I've got a pretty wild imagination. Maybe
that's low-key why I don't like Metroid, because I like literally could never get into it. I don't know why. Like growing up, I just never really enjoyed it.
I played it's too Prime.
Scary? It's not scary. I
personally, it's a bit unsettling.
I don't know. I just never liked the 2D Metroidvania type games. Like I played Metroid Prime and it was fun, but Joey like talks shit about me because I don't like the other ones. So
I'm kind of the opposite. Like I like Prime, but a 2D side-scrolling Metroid, I'm in pretty much no matter what.
Yeah, we're gonna play Dread soon, I think, on the channel, so maybe my mind will be changed.
I accidentally got 2 copies of Dread, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's a long story. Basically, what happened, and for those of you that don't know, this guy right here next to me is not Will, obviously. He's obviously my clone. He's the other Chris. No, he did do that once, but this is the man, the myth, the legend, Alex, or rather, Legend AF from DotSlashFrag, and you can find him by going where?
You can check us out on YouTube, .com/./frag, Twitter, Fruit Lab, any of those websites. We're everywhere.
Soon to have a grooming channel called .stashfrag, but you know, just kidding. He is a YouTube partner and a Fruit Lab partner.
Oh yes, that is correct.
Finally,
we've made it. We've made it.
And I think you guys might. Did you guys break the top 100 yet? I thought you were close at Fruit Lab.
I'm not sure. I haven't checked recently.
But for those of you that don't know these guys, for some reason, even though they've been on our channel so many times now, you guys really should subscribe. Like, finally make today the day that you subscribe to ./frag. 100% worth your time every time. If I can get this in the screen. There we go. There they are. The lovely gents from the ./frag team. And my browser is deciding to just not do very good, but that's okay.
It's making it real skinny, dude. Let's go.
Let's go. Anyways, there they are. There's them. Go subscribe now. That's in order. I'm gonna put the comment in here 1 second.
I always forget to do this.
I always forget to do this. Like you can put links in there. I always forget that you can put links in because when I go to other people's streams, it's always like this link cannot be submitted. But you can do it on your own stream. Nobody can stop you.
Yep, exactly, dude. The power.
I got the power. It's like that commercial with the batteries from the 90s. I got the power.
Speaking of the 90s and power, have you seen the new He-Man? Not to sidetrack too much.
No, I don't have time for TV. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't really watch a lot. There's a lot that I could watch that I would probably like, but I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah. I just watch it with my kids, so
do they like it?
I have an excuse. Yeah, my son likes the new He-Man. It's decent. The one that's by Kevin Smith is a little more adult, so it's like harder to follow. Not adult like it's rated R, but it's like higher thought. Like
watches it with his kids, rated R. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like more thought instead of like I'm He-Man, I'm beating people up. It's like actually like dialogue and stuff. So
I'll be honest though, you can't add the depth to Skeletor.
The what?
You can't add depth to like Skeletor.
I mean,
can you?
They did.
Oh man.
I mean, TLDR, it's Mark Hamill, and
Mark Hamill's cool.
He gets the power, if you know what I mean. He becomes the He God or He-Man, whatever he is. He becomes Skelegod, bro. Let's go.
Skelegod. Skeleman.
Yes, sir. Anyways, horror stuff. Let's go.
Horror stuff. So I like the other Capcom horror franchise, which is less of a horror franchise and more of a hardcore, like, zombie government conspiracy game, Dead Rising. I don't know how much of the backstory you know, but I know, like, all of it.
So I played Dead Rising 1 when it came out, and I'm pretty sure I beat it with my cousin. But I historically don't like single-player games, so I just go and kill zombies and don't really pay attention to the story. So I don't know a ton about that one, but Matt Beers and Bacon and I played Dead Rising 4.
That one had a
I
good co-op, didn't it?
Yeah, that game is solid, bro. That's a pretty good game to play with friends.
You have the opposite opinion of most people, because most people played that game because they're fans of Dead Rising. They played it solo. The bulk of Dead Rising fans are solo players.
That's a mistake.
I'm just saying. The only one that you could play co-op before that was Dead Rising 2, and it was kind of a really strange setup for Dead Rising 2, because you had to have like a person enter your game at a particular point in the game, and they can only play through a certain like chapter basically. And then they'd have to like exit out. It was kind of really weird the way they did the Dead Rising 2 co-op.
That's typical Capcom co-op, dude. I don't know if you played any of their fucking games, but Monster Hunter World, which came out like 2 years ago, is the same way. It's so stupid.
Sounds a lot like the Fable, essentially co-op, actually. Fable 2, like Will and I've been playing through. It's like, yeah, you can join in, and you can't really do anything except follow the main hero around and slash up the baddies. That's pretty much it.
So much fun.
You can do expressions though. Like I actually was able to blue ball Will on one of his advances with a woman on the game.
Okay. So. You're just in the background like, hey, I'm still here, buddy.
Well, I always play the evil woman in the Fable henchman game. So like he'll be like flirtation with a woman, right? And I'll just put out the farts and the dumb middle school humor, and she's like walking away from him like, nope. This is not what I thought it was.
She's like, I can't be associated with people like him. I gotta go.
Well, the best part is if you carry on the fart expression too long in Fable, you basically crap your pants.
Oh, I did not know that. I did play that game. I can't say I ever pooped my pants in it though.
I'm just sitting here thinking like, if they had any like forethought into like what would happen after you mess up that expression, you should have like a stench following you as you go to.
You walk around the rest of the town.
Better go find a bath. Okay, but I will say this. The reason why I brought up Fable was not only because of the Dead Rising campaign being similar to that when you do co-op, but Fable 3 legitimately terrified me.
What?
There's a part of Fable 3 that... do you know what I'm talking about?
All right, so my experience with Fable 3 real quick. I loved Fable 1. Fable 2 was decent. I had reserved mixed opinions because of the co-op. Kind of made me upset. And then I got Fable 3 and I was like, yes, they're going to redeem themselves. Literally got to the first section. You like enter some building, and I got in the building and I literally could not leave the building. It was like glitched. And I was just like, done. I just turned the game off and never played, even though I bought it. So I was very upset with it. And I didn't.
So you don't know what happens in the caves?
No. I was in like some random building stuck.
When I got to the caves in Fable 3, there's the most chilling and terrifying scene I've ever seen in my life that happens in this game. And it's just because it's like totally out of left field for a Fable game. Yeah, so I'm going to pull it up real quick and I'll show you. I wouldn't
expect you to be scared of a Fable
game.
No,
I know. I was shocked what they decided to do with this. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up for you. Just wait till you see how terrifying this monster is. Like I was like literally about ready to turn the game off when they got to this part. So wait till the scene itself. And maybe it's not as bad now, but I was a lot younger when I played this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I just remember it being like so out of left field and creepy. Let's see if we. I know it's going to take forever to get there, and then it's going to be like Slender Man all over again. I showed my friend Slender Man way later. They're like, "This is stupid. Mm-hmm. Why would this be scary?"
Slenderman is so much more than just seeing him. Just like the creepypasta build up to understanding him is what makes him terrifying.
And then Marble Hornets didn't do any, did a pretty good job. And then boo Fable 3.
Wait, does Will not like Fable 3?
He thinks Fable 3 is bad.
Okay. I mean, I would be in the same boat because literally it was 30 minutes in, it glitched, and I lost $60 because I was too proud to keep playing.
I want to find this scene because the scene is what's terrifying. I think it's right here. Yeah, why? Like this is the build up to it. Like, look at this. Look at these dark children in this cave, and then after that comes the creepiest scene in all of the Fable series.
The crap out of them.
Yeah, you kill these like children that are just essentially eyes.
Dropping
Gotta get this-
rainstorms.
Oh,
on
here we
them.
go. Hold on. Oh, it should have been there. Hold on a second. That should have been it. Hold on a second. Did I miss it? Is that it right there?
Hit me with your best shot.
Shoot, man.
I said, hit me with.
Oh, that's it right there. Oh my gosh. That thing
What
was like
is
a jump scare and a
three-headed?
half. Did you see that thing?
Yeah, I mean it's a little laggy, so like
Sorry.
it was like no, you're good. It was like a slideshow, but literally I was looking and then all of a sudden it appeared, and I can definitely see how that would literally be a jump scare.
I legitimately about jumped out of my clothes when that scene came on Fable 3. And I loved Fable 3. But you're in this cave, you're wandering around this game, you know it's creepy. Like the whole time you're in this cave, it's like, okay, something's wrong with this cave. Like all the other caves, like, oh, you fight the Hobbs, you fight various stupid things. And then Fable 3, the demon of the night in the middle of the freaking cave. And it's like, what the
So does he like haunt you the rest of the cave and you fight him, or is it
he
just
he winds up being the big baddie for this game, and you end up fighting him on the steps of the castle, essentially.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, he's like this darkness incarnate, essentially.
Okay.
Which also is a little freaky, I'm not gonna lie, because then he like inhabits all the souls of the Fable civilians and like turns them against you.
That's so wild.
It is, like, for a Fable game, it was pretty dark. And then you have to kill like your spoilers alert, but my goodness, you have to kill like your best friend in the game. Just
is that dark? Is that dark though? Because like I played Fable 1 being bad and I killed everybody. So
I'm just saying this crawler guy is like literally darkness incarnate. Whether you're good or bad, you got to kill the guy.
Oh, okay. So you can't like align yourself with him? I'm saying
I don't think so.
That would be legit, bro. You're
now
like,
you got me questioning. They got me questioning.
You're like, nah, dude. I'm gonna align myself with the darkness incarnate, bro. Let's go.
Let's find out. Oh my gosh, can you? What? I don't think you can align with the crawler. Like I think you either become a good king or a bad king after you kill the crawler.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know, dude. I'm just saying that would be like
confused.
That would be like end game, like 10 out of 10 game design, from my opinion.
Align with the darkness incarnate. Oh my gosh,
yes, sir.
I'd feel sick to my stomach, my friend.
I know, but at least you wouldn't be scared because he'd be on your side. Is that coming for you anymore?
Yeah, I don't think you. So there's no neutral alignment rewards. You can't do that. I don't think you can.
Yeah, I wouldn't see it.
It does, because I don't know how Albion continues on if you align with the darkness incarnate.
It would be way too divergent, I think, and like make two.
But you'd be like living in the dark area, the dark part of Ocarina of Time, where you got the Maulers and Ganon, whatever the heck those things are called, and you like nobody wants to live there.
No, that's valid.
Speaking of games that scared me as a kid but don't scare me now, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. There's some pretty eerie stuff in those games, like for a kid.
Yeah, it's weird because like I never really got scared of games until I was older, like 16 or 17. Like as a kid, I would play everything. And
we're about the same age. Like we would have grown up with the same games.
Yep. So like Majora's Mask, I loved it. Ocarina of Time, I loved it.
I love Majora's Mask, but some parts of that freaked me out.
Yeah, they have some like weird undertones and stuff. Looking back on it, but as a kid, I was just like, "Well, yep, it's Zelda and Link. Let's go. We're going on an adventure." Like I was just like oblivious to it.
Right.
But I think like the first game that really fucked me up was Dead Space. And once I played Dead Space as a 17-year-old or whenever it came out, I guess 18, dude, I could never play scary games again. Like that game actually terrified me. I got about 15 minutes in and there was no Steam refunds at that time. I was just like, I'm not playing anymore. I'm just going to lose my $60 and be done with it.
Yeah. I mean, I almost quit this game, Fable 3, when this thing came out of the nowhere in the cave. Like, I was like, this is some SCP style stuff in here. It's like, I can't live with this, right? This is what it was. And I think it makes a horrible, I don't remember if it was like it was either completely quiet or it shrieks. I don't remember which, because I haven't ever played Fable 3 a second time. I love the game, but I've never played it a second time. I've always just continued on from my ending of the game and played all the side quests, the DLC, bought up everything I could. But when this part of the cave showed up in Fable 3, I was like, nope.
Like, I need to rethink if it's worth the value of completing.
And you're like 75% of the way through the game when you get here. And I was like, nope, I'm going to put this down for a little while. I think it didn't help that I was playing at like, 1 in the morning or something.
Yeah, that's usually the worst time to play scary games.
But you don't think it's going to be a problem when you're playing Fable.
No, exactly. You would not think that Fable would bring that up.
I had nightmares from that one. I'm not going to lie to you. I just didn't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. But, other than Fable 3, like none of the Fable games do this to me. Like that was the only one that really did that to me. I love, like I said, Dead Rising. I liked Fear, a couple of the Fear games. I don't know if you ever played those. Those are pretty unsettling too. Lots of fire, lots of demons. Pretty good shooter though. The shooting is pretty good.
Yeah, like I only literally loaded them up and like shot and was like, okay, like I didn't go anywhere in the story in those games.
There's some parts of Gears of War that I thought were like not scary, but just creepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gears has definitely got some interesting cinematic and story stuff, and I mean it's another. Yeah, it's like it's a story game that I actually played and completed because it's had co-op the whole time. So if you want me to play one of your scary games, have co-op, so I can have friends there to keep me safe,
keep you safe, or make fun of you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
One or the other. I can say for sure I've only played 2 Resident Evil games, and I've never finished any of them.
Yeah. Which ones were they?
Number 4 on the GameCube.
Okay.
And then there's one on PlayStation 1, right?
PlayStation 1. Yeah. I can't remember.
That's the other one I played. It's either that or it was an earlier one. It was definitely earlier on. I thought it was PlayStation 1.
Yeah. I think 3 Nemesis was on PlayStation 1 according to Google.
That's probably the one I played then, because I had a PlayStation 1 a long time ago.
Was terrifying. It was. Here's the problem with Resident Evil, in my opinion, especially the older ones. Like the cameras are locked, and you can only move around and exist in the world. So it feels very like things are able to be hidden better. Like you can't just spin in a circle and look in front of you and see that Nemesis is just waiting down the alley for you. So like since like every single room has a different fixed camera, to me, like that adds way too much to the horror aspect of that game.
You almost makes you kind of claustrophobic a little bit.
Exactly. And then they moved to like this action horror game stuff in like Resident Evil 5. And to me, it's not really like Resident Evil 5 wasn't terrifying or scary, but Joey and I played it co-op all the way through. And like it definitely has jump scares. It's still Resident Evil, but it's like an action shooter, like it's not it didn't do what Dead Space did. I feel like Dead Space is an action shooter. Like it has the same movement and camera as the newer Resident Evils, but it was way fucking scarier and had like really good ambiance and jump scares. I don't know. But I've been looking online because I do have VR. And I've heard that Resident Evil 7 is like the scariest VR in the world.
Really?
But it's only on PlayStation VR right now, so I don't really know. I don't have a PSVR. I have an Oculus Quest. I do have a PlayStation 5, but I'm not going to buy a PSVR for that. So maybe the new one. I don't know. But they did just release Resident Evil 4 Remake on Oculus Quest. Ooh. So I'm going to try it. We're going to see how it goes.
And you're going to be scared.
I can't promise I'm going to finish the game, but I'm going to try.
Good luck.
So we'll see.
There's a game, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's kind of like a VR game. It was for the Kinect. Rise of Nightmares. From what I remember reading about this game, and I own it. I've played it a few times. I've never been able to actually sit down and play it for a long period of time because usually it's nighttime, and I try to avoid scary games at nighttime. But I heard this one's a little janky, so like I might be able to get through it. But basically, it's literally a Kinect like first-person horror story. So you stand in front of your TV with the Kinect going, and you play through this horror. It's all the closest thing to VR without being VR you can get.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very interesting concept. I guess like tracks your movement and you can like dodge maybe.
Yep.
Like I'm looking at the video. Yeah.
I pretty much died a lot the first time I played it, but you're like starting like the center of hell. I was like, whoa, this is a little dark.
They're just gonna rip it off, right? Just gonna start real good, dude.
Yeah, take the band-aid right off. You're like trying to break out of a door right at the beginning, if I remember correctly, and then you end up on some train, probably the train to Busan, you know.
Yeah.
Because the train gets derailed, and there's demons coming out of the ground. It's messed up. But I do remember it's like got Resident Evil vibes. Like honestly, is what it's got going on. It's like Connect Resident Evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without having like all the other Resident Evil elements, other than the feelings you get from Resident Evil.
So like, speaking of Resident Evil, not being a huge Resident Evil fan growing up, I loved Nemesis. It was a great game. I played Resident Evil 0 on GameCube. I never played any other ones. Joey loves them, and he basically was like, dude, you have to play Resident Evil 2 Remake. He's like, I don't care what you play, anything else, like just play this game. And we played it, and I'll just say like Resident Evil 2 Remake is the best. It's probably the best horror game I've ever played, and it feels like so well done. And this is being somebody who is terrified and literally running the entire time, because in that game, Tyrant tracks you down. And apparently, like, so he physically walks in the world and can actively track you through the police station. And the only thing about it is if you get one room in between you, he will teleport. And then
what?
He'll teleport to the door of the room behind you and walk physically through the door. It's to add suspense, but like the algorithm they built for the new one, he basically like will teleport to the closest room and he'll traverse the whole room, open the door, and come into your room. So it doesn't feel like too cheap that he does teleport, but dude, there's no like the moment he gets he's not there the whole game, but the moment he gets introduced, he does not stop following you. It is the craziest feeling in a video game, and I hate it, but it was so well done.
Isn't that where that moment comes from when you're like climbing up the ladder and he's like, oh, he's not going to get you. He's a friend. He's a friend.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah. And then so let's talk about this. We're playing in Resident Evil 2. We're in the library for anybody who knows about the game. There's a staircase and there's a ladder. We see Tyrant. He's following us. I run from him. And I think that video is a different one. Anyway, the one I'm going to explain is even better, dude. So I run from him and I go up the ladder, and I'm halfway up the ladder and Tyrant's like right under me, and he turns around and walks away. So my mind, that translates to Tyrant can't climb ladders because he just turned around and walked away.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, cool. So I get up the ladder and I see him. He's pathing towards the staircase. So like I walk towards the staircase and he disappears. He's gone. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I walk back to the ladder. All of a sudden I hear him and I'm like, okay. And I look down the ladder. I'm like, he can't get up here. My body is obscuring the A button on the screen because it says like press A to climb ladder, but it's obscuring the A button. If you look at the A button, it has a line through it and it says like you can't climb the ladder because he's climbing the ladder. But I'm like standing there and I'm like, he's not gonna get me. And then he literally steps up the fucking ladder and I about pooped myself. Like it was the scariest moment in that game, hands down. Because I thought I was safe. I had a false sense of security and it was torn away from me. But
that's not the stairway to heaven, that's the ladder to hell.
Exactly. Resident Evil 2, I don't care if you like horror games or not, you should play the remake. It's amazing. Sadly, we went into Resident Evil 3 off of that hype, and Resident Evil 3 remake is terrible.
I didn't even know there was a 3 remake. That's probably tells you about how bad it was.
We have a tradition around October to like film a lot of horror games. Big surprise, we're a Let's Play channel. And
no way. You are?
We filmed Resident Evil 3 from start to finish in one sitting when Dan and Joey were in town.
And you still haven't uploaded it.
We've only posted 2 episodes. It's just not good. Like the whole time we're ragging on the game. We're like, is this game gonna get good? Wow, this is so linear. I wonder where I go. And like we're just like walking in a straight line the whole time. It's not great. We'll probably get around to maybe I might just mash all of them into one giant episode and upload it as like a member video or something. But it's like it's so hard to bring myself to want to edit it because it wasn't fun. And like, if you're watching somebody play a game and they're not having fun, like, what's the point of watching? I feel like so.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun when you guys did that downhill biking game, and you managed to slingshot yourself halfway across the earth.
Yep, I love games with physics. Game of physics are so good, dude.
That was one of my favorite moments on your entire channel because I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen here? And then all of a sudden, boing!
Fucking just gone, dude. Yeah, you can probably notice I like glitching games. You know, it's fun. It's fun. I like breaking stuff.
Can we talk about the flood next?
Sure, in Halo.
Yeah, that will freak you out because I know the library. That one really freaked me out first time I played it.
Yeah, I would say that
jumping out of nowhere.
In Halo 1, it was definitely creepier to me because I feel like they did a better job in that game, if I'm remembering correctly.
To show off
Halo 2, yeah, Halo 2 is by far my favorite Halo, hands down. But in Halo 1,
other than the floppy flower, that one was pretty eerie too. The floppy flower got better in the remake.
Yeah, so Gravemind was 100% creepy in Halo 2, but you already knew about the flood. You're like, whatever, dude, it's the flood. I already survived the library. What more can they do? But like, you don't know about anything in Halo 1. You're just like oblivious. You land on the fucking swampland and you're like, it's foggy. You start like seeing like this horror video of like people being murdered. You can't really tell what it is. And then it gets to that point where like every flood busts through that door and you're like, okay. You're like, I don't know what to do. You're shooting it with weapons and it's not doing anything because like, is it the human weapons? I think the human weapons suck versus the flood. Like you're like shooting them and it's
Covenant ones.
Yeah, it might be. I forget. Yeah. Either way, at that point, they have you equipped with the weapons that suck, and you're like trying to shoot them, and you're like, "What's happening, bro?"
Well, SMG is horrible against the flood. Or SMG, assault rifle, I think, because you can fill them full of lead and they don't die. You need like the shotgun or like the sniper or the pistol to headshot them. Yeah,
I think assault rifle is only good versus the little fucking
because you can take them out with like one little hit, like tick, 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 one at a time, boom, 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 done.
Literally, like the hardest part of Halo 1, dude. It's that whole strip of that fucking part, man. Fun times, but yeah, I mean, like they did a really good job on like the build up to that point because you're seeing the like visor footage and it's like a horror movie basically. And then it like gets you that point and all shit breaks out. So
I love that reveal when the flood shows up because I'm not gonna lie, the first time I played Halo, I had no idea the flood were a thing until like, they just showed up out of nowhere. And I actually played Halo 2 kind of first because my sister had Halo 2 and I played a bunch of it, but I never actually played the flood levels. I only played like the alien and stuff levels. So then I moved into Halo 1 because my sister picked that one up later on, and then I ended up getting a 360 and get my own copy of Halo 1, and so that's when I finally found out about the flood, was playing through Halo 1 for the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately I played them as they came out, so, and there was not really like, I mean there was like internet then, but it wasn't like, let me go to YouTube and see what's in this game. It was like you just experienced the game.
Oh no, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
That was like I missed that experience because like that was so much, in my opinion, that was a much more interesting way to play.
Yeah, which I know it's not related to horror, but is what I'm kind of worried about with Halo Infinite because I don't want to play it single player. I want to play it co-op.
So you're gonna have to wait.
Launching with co-op. It's gonna be 3 months minimum. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to stay away from spoilers, huh?
Spoilers. Yeah, I'm actually going to be avoiding. Hold on a second. Is the podcast all about horror and thriller games? Kind of. Yes.
Yes.
Kind of, yes. I wonder what he wants to say. Let's find out what Demicrow wants to say. Whoops. That's it right there. Yes. The answer is resoundingly yes. Is there a thing that you had to say about this, Mr. Demicrow? Comment down below. Let us know what you want to say. All right. I think that actually added to the suspense and horror of different games. Yeah, for a suspense horror game, of course. I think it added to the suspense and horror of. I'll put that on the screen just so anybody who knows the inside joke can laugh at it. that was part of the suspense in the horror, in my opinion, was you buy these games that are meant to be horror games, and then you'd play it and it'd be way creepier than the box or the intro or the preview ever led you on for it to be. And then you'd be like, oh, crap, we're in for it today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, going into anything blind, there's nothing better than that. I mean, just not knowing what it's about and just discovering it as you go.
And then not to mention, I do feel like contextually you had to have a much better kind of scary storyline to go along with like a 2D side scroller than you would with a 3D game. It's a lot harder to scare somebody in 2D.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's only one game that did it to me that I know of. I mean, at least like since we started the channel. As a kid, I can't really remember being scared of 2D games. But there's this game. I'm going to remember the name. But it's a 2D game. You're a firefighter and you're like going into the building, and basically they have a tyrant or Mr. X from Resident Evil that follows you around the building. So he follows you in 2D, so you can't dodge him in 3D. You got to figure out, like, do I go left, right, up? Like, it's so wild, bro. And it was terrifying because I can't stand when I have like an AI that's like actually searching for me. Like, AI in games that are dumb don't bother me, but the second that they like quote unquote think, that shit gets terrifying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And then to add to like a 2D game that kind of freaked me out, it was more like an existential dread than it was like an actual scary dread. But there's this game, I don't know if you ever heard of Axiom Verge, it's basically a Metroidvania. And at one point in the game, like not this, I mean, it's an old game at this point, but if you want to play it, mute me right now because I'm going to spoil something. There's a point in the game where all of a sudden your character embodies an enemy, and all of a sudden you're killing yourself. And that to me is like, whoa, this is weird. And it turns out like you're essentially, imagine you're like uploaded to the computer. Yeah. And the computer literally can resume you at any point in time.
Okay.
And now you're actually fighting a corrupted, like imagine the weapon Cortana versus corrupted Cortana. That's basically what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just weird. Like you literally end up killing yourself.
Yeah. And I mean, that kind of psychological stuff is crazy, dude. Like Demi saying, psychological horror games are way scarier. So like the first time I played Doki Doki.
Oh yeah.
That game is wild, bro.
That is a super wild game. I actually went through it watching PewDiePie play it.
Yeah, I mean,
we got it like a year or two before you guys did.
We got like 6 hours into it, and like before we started playing it, Joey was like, "Bro, just play Doki Doki. It's gonna be a fun experience." I'm like looking at it, I'm like, "Bro, it just looks like an anime dating simulator. Like, why are we playing this game?" And like 6 hours into it, I'm like, "Bro, like, are we really playing this game all the way through?" And he's like, "Yeah." So like slowly but surely, like the classroom is like tilting and slow dolly zooming in, and like people's eyes are flickering, and I'm like, "Joey, like, did you see that?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" Because he played it before, he knew what it was about. So he played it down, and then we got to like the Sayori part, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So this is not just an anime dating simulator, and it gets unhinged.
And the whole time you're judging Joey until you get to that point.
Yeah. I'm like, like, why do you want to play an anime dating simulator, bro? Like,
oh man, I did watch. I think most of what you guys had up like a year ago or so. Whenever you guys played it, I watched the first like 2 or so episodes you had up. I don't know if you upload the rest of it yet.
Yeah, I think it's all there.
Okay,
it's
I'll
a lot.
look it up later.
It's
I remember watching the first 2, and I was like, oh, he's not at the any of the twists and turns yet.
Yeah, you can look at the thumbnail. I updated the thumbnail basically over time when this like crazy stuff started happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just skip all the ones that look normal because that's probably just normal gameplay.
But I did enjoy that. Just the ribbing between you and Joey. You guys have a great dynamic. Whenever I want to watch a Let's Play channel, like you're top of my list. So
appreciate it.
And Now We Gaming podcast can make a comeback at some point.
Ooh.
Or is that dead?
It's not dead. It's just there's been a lot of moving parts in the past year and a half with Joey moving up. He moved up to North Carolina, like 9 months ago, but moved to like the coast, so he was still like 3 hours away, and then literally like last week moved to like 20 minutes from me. So
that's nice.
Yeah, exciting things to come, but it's been a work in progress and a lot of like stress and stuff over the past like year and a half. So
I believe
we'll see. Yes.
This guy says
Resident Evil is overrated.
Yeah.
Never jumped in an RE game. I mean, that's respectable.
Actually, to be honest, from watching some of the Resident Evil footage, I almost feel like Dead Rising does jump scares better than Resident Evil does.
Bro, Dead Rising is not scary, bro. Stop. You're trolling. Dude.
I might be.
At least like Dead Rising 4. I mean, I don't remember.
No, Dead Rising 4 is
it's just like an action game.
It's an action zombie game. It's not it doesn't fit the rest of this. There's a reason why people don't like to include it in the Dead Rising series. It's not a bad game. If it was just a random zombie slasher, I think a lot of people would like it. But because it's Dead Rising 4, because the voice actor for Frank was swapped out right before they did that game, which made everybody angry, a lot of people just look back with, hindsight as saying this is the worst Dead Rising game ever.
Bro, don't roast me, but
are you going blurry right now on me?
I'm not.
Tell. Am I going blurry on you?
Oh, it's probably because it's me. I'll be on blurry in a second. It's uploading a video, I think.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. You're looking at me with the foggy glasses.
He's going incognito mode on me.
As long as you can still hear me, that should be okay.
I can hear you. It's all good.
Don't roast me, but Star Fox Adventures, bro.
That's a good game. I like
it's such a good game. It's a bad Star Fox game, but it's a good game.
Hey, there is Star Fox at the end. You get to go do your Star Fox thing in space right at the end of that game.
I'm just saying, anytime I ever bring that game up, I get roasted. Fucking Joey, everybody's like, fucking game sucks. I'm like, dude, it is a good game.
When
objectively.
You keep it in context that they actually only threw the Star Fox skin on it because Dinosaur Planet wouldn't have sold anything, it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. Fuck them, dude. It was still a good game.
It is a good game. I won't take that away from you.
Also, like, fuck Star Fox, dude. It's not even that good, bro. Like, let's be real. When was the last good Star Fox?
Star Fox Zero on the Wii U.
Well, I never played that one. I was gonna say 64 because
Star Fox Zero is basically a N64 reimagining.
Isn't that the one that got roasted? Didn't everybody dislike it?
Yes. Yeah. You know what?
Is it good?
Let me just tell you how it's good.
Okay, hit me with
it. It's good in the sense that it is a new Star Fox game that tries something brand new with the series. It uses the Wii U gamepad more than any other shooter game on the Wii U does in ways that nobody thought to use it. So once you can get over the ridiculousness of the controls, it's actually pretty intuitive, and it plays pretty well.
That's a lot to ask people for, though. I mean,
they didn't know. That's exactly why people roasted it so crazy.
It's the same shit as Skyward Sword, bro. Like, why don't you want to do like interesting controls, fine, but just have a normal control also. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah, basically they just did way too much with the Wii U gamepad, turned a lot of people off. And Game Over Jesse, highly in GamesCast man, is saying your hair is amazing.
Thank you very much.
I wish Game Over Jesse, he was on for last week to talk about Zelda with us. That was fun.
I wish I could. I don't know. I struggle with the hair thing because like I dyed it like 2 years ago and I haven't touched it since. I should probably do something to it. But
look at this. Star Fox is bad. Even Quest 64 and Lego Jurassic Park is better than Star Fox.
Look, dude, that's all I'm saying is like everybody has this like nostalgia for how good Star Fox was, and it was like I played it on the 64. It wasn't that great. Like
Star Fox is the blueprint though for Rogue Squadron.
It had like witty comedy and like cool writing and stuff, but like I never played it and was like, yes, I got to play more Star Fox tomorrow. It was like, yeah, it was a cool game. So like I never had that attachment. So everybody like hated Star Fox Adventure, and I was like, I like Star Fox Adventure the best. It's my favorite Star Fox. But whatever.
No, speaking of, here we go. Somebody agrees with you here. Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube was a very great Zelda Wind Waker clone. I mean, it came out before Wind Waker. Or didn't it? No, maybe it didn't. No, Wind Waker came out first. Never mind. I think Wind Waker was first. Scratch that from the record. I did not say that. Hey,
well, I mean, originally Star Fox Adventures was coming out in the 64.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like Dinosaur Planet 64 or something like that.
Yeah, so it got delayed, but
was it Rare that was working on that?
It's a Rare game. I mean, Star Fox Adventures was made by Rare.
That's what I thought. I couldn't remember for sure. Because it's basically like in the same vein as like Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, all those games, but more like a Zelda game.
Dude, I need to go back and play it and see if my memory is real because I had so much fun. Like, it was one of the only single-player games I completed back then.
Hey, here's a game that you need to play. Now that we're speaking about GameCube, this is a scary game. It's an insanity-type game. You really need to play this. Sanity's Requiem on the GameCube. Eternal Darkness. If you haven't played it, you need to play it.
Oh, I played Eternal Darkness. That game fucked me up, dude.
You need to play it on stream, though.
Okay, yeah. So Joey and I used to play a lot of GameCube. So when I had my GameCube, we lived next to each other, like literally next door. So we played a lot of Eternal Darkness. We played a lot of what is it? It's a card game. Lost Kingdoms 1 and 2. If you've never played them, amazing games. Eternal Darkness, though, in the theme of horror, fucked me up, and I never completed it.
I like it how it like literally does an animation of turning your TV off at one point in the game, and it's like, what just happened?
Oh no!
Or they'll turn the volumes on and off.
Oh my god, bro! I just watched a video where he walked by a statue and the fucking statue turned their head, dude.
Wait,
if
what?
You like, there's I just like googled a video of Eternal Darkness. The lady walks by a bust of a person's head that's looking like to the left, and as you walk by, the head's just like slowly, and it's like hard to notice. So if you like Eternal Darkness, we played a game called Elder Veil a while ago, and it's a single solo developer, I believe, and they are working on Elder Veil 2 right now. But holy shit, you might want to do like Elder Veil VALE, no space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
This game, Elder Veil, I get a bunch of wedding dresses with old women.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. This game messed me up, bro. So this was like one of the first horror games we played when we started.
My first Google search kind of met. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're haunted forever now. No, you're good. So this game right here, bro, I'm just gonna give you one thing about it. We were walking through the fucking mansion, and there are garbage cans, dude. For like an hour, I was seeing these garbage cans move, dude, like rotate. And Joey loves to troll me. He's like, nah, dude, they're not rotating. They're not rotating. Dude, literally like an hour and a half in, a fucking garbage can attacked me, bro. Like a creature jumped out of it and like consumed me. This game gives me trust issues. So if you like horror games, maybe check it out. You know, it has like the graphics of, you know, like PS2 era Resident Evil horror type games. But it's really good. I would check it out. It's creepy as fuck, dude. And the second one's coming out, and the second one looks great. I think it's coming out this year, hopefully. So
I would like to add that if anybody has other games and they'd like to add into the chat here, we're going to go for probably at least a half an hour, but maybe an hour. Depends on how long we can hold it in for this podcast. We'll see. But what I will say is this. If you guys have any games you want us to look at or talk about, pop them in the chat down below. And if you already forgot, make sure you guys subscribe to DotSlashFrag while you're at it. Okay. We'll keep going now. Trying to think that I've got other games on my shelf that were semi-creepy. How about Sneak King? No.
Terrible game. How about PT, the game that never was?
Yeah, never came out. That one's unsettling, even just watching some of the footage of that game.
So my friend has a PS3, I think, with it, and he's like, I'm gonna keep this PS3 forever. Dude, he came over to my house and I played it for like 10 minutes, and I don't think I've ever played anything quite as unsettling because he didn't tell me anything about it. He was like, bro, just play this game, dude. It's like a Hideo Kojima game. It's never going to be released. They took it off the store. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like Metal Gear Solid. Let's go, dude. And I'm like playing it. And I was like, no. Like, I just turned it off, bro. This was like, probably I was like 25. So it was definitely before we did the channel. And like after Dead Space, when I was already like trust issues with horror games. So I wish PT would come out. I wish they would just fucking release the demo again, or like just release the game.
And sometimes there's just. I will say another thing that's kind of maybe I don't know if it'd be scary, but unsettling would be a better answer. There's some games that like you'll be playing it and everything will be normal, and then all of a sudden, like out of left field, something shows up and you're like, whoa. Like for example, the first time I saw Lord of Dust in Metal Gear Survive was pretty unsettling. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even know who that is, if I'm being honest with you.
It's like imagine the Dune worms.
Oh.
Except like a massive, like technological, dusty looking worm thing that's chasing you down. Like, let me just see if I can pull up an image.
Hit me with it.
This thing.
Okay.
It just pops out of the ground. It's like bigger than the freaking Empire State Building.
Yeah, I mean, and this is Metal Gear, so I never played Survive.
Metal Gear Survive. Yeah, it's the one that's not really Metal Gear.
So like, I would assume there's nothing this big in the game until that point, right?
Exactly. This thing like towers over everything. This is got like the main bad guy.
Okay, that's insane.
And then he's the one that's generating all of these like Metal Gear zombies that are in this game. Metal Gear Survive. And these things are creepy as all get out too. And the more I think about them, the less I want to play this game going forward. But they're like these like giant like crystal rods that protrude through the skull, and the head just goes away.
Oh, it's just a crystal.
And the Lord of Dust controls all these things.
Dude, you want to know? I gotta remember. What fucking game did we just? Oh, it wasn't a game. Never mind. It's a movie, so slightly related. But did you see the new Chris Pratt like Amazon Prime movie where like they do time travel to save themselves?
I like that one.
Dude, the monster design in that movie is 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Everybody wants to talk about the rest of the movie, like story wise and shit. I don't give a fuck, dude. Check out the monsters in that movie. That shit was awesome. Like it was like the most original.
My only complaint was the continuity, where he's a bad dad in the future somehow, and he's like this perfect dad in the past. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
there's no continuity here. This guy's a good dad. Why is he a bad dad in the future?
Time travel ruins anything it touches. So I mean, there's always going to be something wrong when you involve time travel, no matter what.
Back to the Future.
I guess
that's the whole premise of the movie, though.
Exactly. It's not like a gimmick. It's like the whole movie. Yeah. The only thing I could, before we move on, the only thing I could assume that why he's a bad dad in the future is because he wanted to push them away, because maybe there was like a different loop where he came back. And when he came back, he was like, I'm going to push my daughter away so she doesn't get involved because she dies or some stupid shit. But it's like, you can always assume with time travel and it'll never make sense. So
there's always going to be something broken about it.
Exactly.
Like the Zelda timeline. Game Over Jesse will know. There are some unsettling things in Zelda too. Like, for example, have you played Skyward Sword yet?
Skyward Sword, no, I haven't played it yet. I did buy it though on the Switch.
There's a point where should I spoil it for you?
I mean, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna remember because I'm not gonna play it in time to remember it.
Okay, well, I've played it before, and the main bad guy that you think is the main bad guy until you get to the actual main bad guy, at one point in time when you're facing him, he like gets real close to you, Link in the game, which the longer you play with the motion control with the Wii, the more you feel like you're actually Link, right? So by the time I got to this part, I'm like, this is me. I'm this guy. And in the cutscene, guy comes up right behind your head. It's like, what the? Why is this even happening,
dude?
Like your ear. He's at your ear.
That's like Wind Waker, bro. You play Wind Waker or no? Because in Wind Waker, they got the little dude who's like just sitting there. And you get near him, and he jumps on you, and he's like, rah, rah, rah. He's like hugging you. Have you ever seen them?
This is the zombie things, right?
Yeah,
yeah. They're in Ocarina of Time too.
They're the worst, bro. Like they're so fucking creepy.
No, I'm just like, let me see if I can find this. This is worse than that, because this is like a normal dude, like pedo bear.
I mean, he's just licking your ear though. Like he's not actually.
No, it's like it's definitely got some deeper grossness. It's not like the zombies that just want to eat you.
I mean, I don't know if the zombies want to eat you in Wind Waker, bro.
They might not. You might be worried about that. Skyward Sword is like Girahim. That's right. I can never remember the guy's name. This guy, we put him up on screen. He wants to. Whoops! I hit remove. I wanted to hit add. This guy like goes behind your head.
Oh, that guy right there.
You. Yeah, he tries to lick you.
What a fucking creep, dude.
Yeah, he just he doesn't have to be that weird. Like, why does he need to lick me? I don't understand. Like, you can even see it in this thumbnail.
Is that the real tongue, dude?
Yes.
Oh my god, Nintendo! What is wrong with you, bro?
Yes. We even discussed that very shortly with Game Over Jesse on the podcast. Like, that really, really didn't make me feel good about Skyward Sword because of that one part. It's like, oh man, didn't need that.
I'm gonna literally, me and Joey are gonna reenact it.
To start that episode, you need to.
Yes, I'm putting my tongue in his ear, dude. It's gonna be great.
No, Joey's got to be the blue guy.
That's fine.
You gotta dress up like Link, like you did in the.
Put the fucking tongue in my ear, Joey. Let's go. Get me. Fuck me up.
You dressed up as Link.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you got the Link
at
costume.
the Ren fair. Yeah,
you need to do that. That'll be good.
Yep.
And then Joey could be Tingle and Girahim.
Oh god. Well, Joey was Zelda.
And it was Tingle. I know it was. Oh, that's right. That's right.
And ironically enough, I packed away the outfits because I was like, one day we're gonna need to bring these outfits out. They're gonna be like relics. But then my wife was like, we named our new son Lincoln, after Abraham Lincoln and Link from Zelda. And she's like, we should go for Halloween as Link and Zelda and everything. So she's wearing the outfit that Joey wore to fucking the Ren Fair for Halloween. It's gonna be great.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I want to see pictures. You guys send them to me.
Yeah, I'll get them going.
But yeah, that Girahim guy is unsettling. Did not feel good about that Zelda game after that.
Yeah, I mean it's like a normal person trying to lick someone's ear, dude. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call Girahim normally. He's pretty blue. He's like the Cortana of the Zelda series. But
sorry, anyways. I meant somebody with like a brain, not like a zombie. But yeah, not normal.
Yeah, fair enough. I will say the zombies; those things are creepy, though. I give you that. The Ocarina of Time, they freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like, and then all of a sudden they're all over you, and you get paralyzed. Like literally, Link is paralyzed looking at them sometimes.
Yeah, he gets stunned for a few seconds, and then they like get over there, and then they get on you, and they're like, and I'm like, bro, can you get off of me?
You're like, man,
yeah,
he's got a grip like an anaconda.
God damn. There's this really cool company. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but we played some of their games. They're called Dread XP. And is what at least I know them for. I don't know if this is what they're known for, but 1 second, I have to move away from the mic to cough. All right, so basically they do a bunch of collections. I think they have like 1 through 5 now, but one of them was like, hey, we have 12 games in our collection made by 12 different game devs in 12 days. So like a bunch of indie devs come together to make horror games in 12 days, and they make 12 different games. They put them in the collection. And then is what Dread XP does is they build an overworld that then has an overarching story that ties them together. So like in one of them, you're in like a haunted house, like putting VHSs. Yeah, you're like putting VHSs inside the VHS player, and like it loads the game up. And then like when you come out, there's like a overarching story that like talks about it. Really good series if you like horror games. We played the first and second collection so far. We need to get in on some of the other ones. They have like some gems in there. Like, I mean, they're made in 12. Some of them are made in 12 days. So like you got to go in with that assumption. They're not like super in-depth long games, but they're pretty solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my wall of games over here, trying to figure out if there's anything else that I should add to the list.
Yeah.
Last of Us is creepy at times. The first one. I ain't even going to talk about the second one. I ain't touching that.
They're not good?
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying anything about it.
I just got a PS5 and I haven't played Sony games since like PS1. So
okay.
I need a backlog. So if anybody has any ideas of
the first Last of Us is worth it.
Okay.
I don't know if the second one is. I found out some things about the second one, spoilered myself on it.
Yeah.
And decided it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I think I know what it is, but like I never played the first one, so I'm just like, whatever.
let's just put it this way: there's an overarching character that I really like in the first one. That
And they're gone.
Yeah, and I just like, I don't think I can live through that emotional breakdown. So I was like, no, I'm just okay not playing this one. I've also heard there's like no good redemption arc to it either. So it's like, no, thank you.
Looking at my Steam library, Death Stranding of all games.
Yeah, the fact that
is
he's carrying a baby around
super fucking creepy, bro. Like, it's not scary, but like I'm like so it's like, you walk a lot. So you're like walking and you have like they have like trackers through the world, like beep, 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 people trying to find you. Bro, some motherfuckers found me. I don't know what the fuck happened, but Free Willy was there, dude. Like the whole fucking earth turned to black tar and I'm like running. I'm like running through the tar. I'm like sinking and I'm like, I jump up on like a cliff and I'm like running. I turn the camera around and there's like an orca whale jumping through this like tar or whatever they call it in the game, and Dan's like sitting there with me just cracking up and I'm screaming my brains out trying to get away from this thing. Luckily I outran it, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like I'm just walking delivering packages and all of a sudden like some creepy thing finds me, so now there's tar everywhere, like creatures coming out of it. It's fucked up, dude.
Well, speaking of that, like the Metro games too, Metro Exodus and all that, I
heard they're really good. I haven't played them, unfortunately.
I have played them briefly. Let's put it that way. I'm not a hardcore kind of guy with that series. I'm like, honestly, there's like a few series that I play hardcore, and then there's like everything else. I'm like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Dead Rising, I have played through every Dead Rising. I love that series. Zelda, I've played through probably 90% of the Zelda games. I played through almost all the Persona games, the Fire Emblem games, Halo. Almost every zombie map in Call of Duty. Love the zombies in Call of Duty. Like other than everything else about Call of Duty, don't care. But zombies, love it.
Speaking of Halo, you ever play Stubbs the Zombie?
I have not. I've heard it's pretty comical. I love the company that makes it, Aspire Media.
Yeah,
they're pretty awesome.
It's made with the Halo engine.
I know it is. Yeah. So technically, the Halo engine has made its way to the Switch.
That's why I played it, but I mean, it was good and funny in the olden days, but some of it hasn't aged very well. We started trying to play it again. It was like
mechanics are like jokes.
Oh yeah, the game itself, I don't really know about playing it functionally, but it has really good writing for sure.
Okay, good. I like games that when you go back and play them, you don't have to cringe at the humor because you're like, oh my gosh, I was an adolescent and this was funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I definitely prefer games where I go back and I'm like, okay, this was actually funny. I actually did enjoy this for good reasons, not just because I was an adolescent with adolescent humor.
Exactly. You're like, okay, I've verified that this is good.
Goodness verified. Let me see. What was I thinking?
To go back to 2D games, have you ever played Carrion or Carrion? Like
I don't think I have. I know that friend of ours, Nathan Sifu, has.
It's interesting. It's a good take. I mean, you play as the bad guy eating everybody. So it's not necessarily scary, but you're like going around eating all the humans.
You're like, this is a little weird. Oh, that's like Infamous. The second game has this like add-on story called Festival of Blood. Infamous 2 Festival of Blood. You turn into a vampire, literally. So you're sucking people's blood.
Oh, God.
And like every human could possibly be a vampire. So you get to like scan the area, find out. Because you're trying to become not a vampire by the end of the game. So you have to, and the funny thing is they repurposed the name Bloody Mary as the Mary of the town instead of like Bloody Mary in history. And she's the queen of the vampires, essentially.
So do you start as a vampire or you're trying not to become one?
You become a vampire to start the game, essentially. And then you have to escape being a vampire by the end of the game by killing Bloody Mary.
Is that like vampire lore? You can kill somebody and become unvampired?
I don't know how it works. Okay, I'm not trying to play that game.
I'm just so curious.
I never heard the game. Well, basically, because you killed the person that made you a vampire, like you have to kill him within the night that the vampire got you. Because if you kill them, otherwise you're permanently a vampire. Essentially, that was the storyline.
Okay,
a lot of crucifixes being held out and stuff like that. You know, good stuff.
Yeah. The power of Christ. The power of Christ compels you. Please don't turn me into a vampire. Anything but that.
Hey, I'm doing a vampire. Eternal life is not for me. At least not the vampire eternal life, I guess.
I mean, you gotta go around murdering people, dude.
Yeah, no, thank you.
It's
Wait heavy on the soul.
Yeah.
Luckily, one of the trophies is murder 100 people. So obviously I got that one. There's no penalty. That's the best part. Like in Infamous, all of the games have like this good bad meter, but Infamous Festival of Blood, there's no meter. You just kill people. You're
just
good.
Do whatever you want.
Exactly.
That's pretty solid.
I did appreciate that because it's like otherwise there's no way to get a good ending in the Infamous games if you have if you have evil karma. So like thankfully there is no karma meter in this game where you have to kill people, or else there'd be no way to.
Yeah, that always becomes a drag in some games when you're like, dude, I just want to be free. I don't want to be constrained by these meters that like put me one way or the other. I just want to kill everybody.
I like it in some games and I don't like it in others. Like there's some games that I thought, this doesn't need to be here. But like for example, Knights of the Republic, how do you do that game without having a good and bad meter? Like Jedi Sith.
That's solid, exactly. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
But then like Mass Effect, there's a choice at the end of the original Mass Effect where it's like you can either save the humans or save the aliens, and it's like I don't feel like either of these decisions is technically make me a bad guy.
Yeah.
But they were trying. I know what they were trying to do with that. I think they just failed miserably at what they were trying to do.
Shots fired.
Pretty much. Like I like Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect. But there's some decisions in that game where I'm like, what? How is this bad or good or either?
Like I've honestly never played Mass Effect. Rip.
Well, there's a lot of dialogue choices where they shorten the dialogue to like a couple of words so you can easily pick it in the dialogue meter. So like sometimes it'll have like 3 words. They'll be like, say goodbye and walk away. And he'll be like, F you, MFer, I'm out of here. It's like, what? That's not what this says here.
You're like, no, take it back, undo.
Exactly. So like sometimes there'll be dialogue choices that are like, all right, I know there's going to be dialogue here. I'm going to save before I get to this point because if I keep going.
Yeah, you don't rip your fucking game save the whole game.
Exactly. I'm trying to think if there's any other good horror games I have over on my shelf. My goodness. Portal's a bit unsettling.
I mean,
like when you think about what's actually going on in Portal, it is a bit unsettling. You're fighting against this AI machine.
Yeah, from the psychological standpoint, it's
like the psychological horror.
It's like one of the best written Valve games for sure.
The original, the second one, or both?
I would say both, but I haven't experienced Portal 2 like single player. Like Joey and I played it co-op and recorded it. So I feel like Joey always has this like, so Joey didn't want to play Resident Evil 8 together on launch because he feels like he can't enjoy the games as well as he could by himself because like he feels the pressure that like we're making a video, like
I get that.
Be funny, do this, do that. So like, I mean, I feel that, and like with like a co-op game, we're just like goofing and riffing on each other. So it's like we're not really paying attention to the whole game, but like playing single player, it's like a different experience for sure. So I'm not gonna go out on a hill and be like Portal 2 is just as good as the first one, but mechanically both games were great. They were funny.
Oh yeah, they played amazing.
Portal 1 was fantastic story. Like I don't like single player games. I played it. I fucking loved it. So.
And I played it way after it was already like it had been out for years by the time I played Portal 1, and I loved it.
It still stands up. I mean, it's a good game.
I got stuck quite a few times, but the puzzles were so intuitive, in my opinion, that you do get out of it eventually, figure it out. And then I actually thought, because I had played it blind, I did not watch any walkthroughs or look up any guides. I actually thought for a second that I had done something you weren't supposed to do in the game because of the way that it does it so well. That it blended with like my reality of the game. It's like, oh, am I not supposed to be here?
They fucking got you, bro.
It did. I legitimately was like into it, you know?
Yeah.
How about Half-Life, those weird things on the ceiling? I put Black Mesa. Black Mesa.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know about the original, but Black Mesa.
I struggle with Half-Life because it does have jump scares, but like going back and playing Black Mesa is really dated, and my memory of Half-Life is mostly Half-Life 2.
I got you.
I didn't really play Half-Life growing up. I played the second one way more than I played the first one, and then I played like the online
Did you
mode.
Play Half-Life, Alex?
Not yet. We're working our way there. I did load it up on my so I have a Quest, which it's not like the best fidelity, blah blah blah. There's a bunch of drama VR nerds, but the Quest is great because you can just like send video to your screen from your computer. So I play Half-Life on my computer and then just like send the video to my Quest, and it looks amazing, dude. I've never seen a VR game look so real. Like
it does.
It's
it's
fantastic.
Probably the best, in my opinion, the best made VR game. Personally,
yeah,
it's my opinion. Not everybody has to agree with me,
yeah.
But just looking at it from just everybody else playing it on YouTube, it looks amazing.
Yeah, and you gotta like look at like how Valve makes games. They don't really make games unless they have a reason to, I feel like.
Yeah,
and like part of the reason was like to push the VR.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Half-Life had the gravity gun and all that shit, and like they helped define physics in games, because I don't really remember games with a lot of physics before. So like they're doing that in VR now. Like almost everything's interactable. And Alex, like I grabbed a paint can and threw it and it exploded and it was paint on the wall. I was like, this is insane, bro. Like this is what VR needs to get to be like believable and the masses to want to play it. I feel like not.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, like the other games are fun on VR, but like a floating body with like little orb hands and like cartoon graphics, like I like that. It's fun, but that's not what's going to sell everybody on it.
Correct.
So.
And I think that's the next stage of horror games is VR. When somebody can really nail a horror game in VR like well with beautiful graphics like Half-Life Alex did, can you imagine the level of terror you would feel?
I'm interested to see how Resident Evil 4 plays. It's remade from the ground up for the Quest. That being said, I think it's not like super high fidelity graphics.
Isn't Village technically a VR game?
Village,
I think there's a VR mode.
They might have a VR mode, but I haven't seen it. I know Resident Evil 7 is 100% VR.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, and that's what people talk about.
VR mode. I'm looking this up now because I thought somebody said don't do that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Let's see.
What? Resident Evil 8 VR on Oculus Quest? Shut up, dude. That's so fake. Oh, I know it. I think they have like a program that makes it VR.
A mod? Yeah, I think you might be right. Bring back VR for... Oh, no. I remember. There was a controversy on this. There was VR code in the game that was removed. That's what it was.
Yeah. I think it was supposed to happen, yeah.
Yeah, it was literally supposed to be in there.
Which is weird that... I don't understand Sony, man. Like, the PlayStation 5 has been out for how long now? And it feels like there's nothing on the... Why did I buy a PlayStation 5? I got Ratchet and Clank. That's it.
I made this comment. Did you see my video I put out recently? Said, should you get a PS5? And I basically said no.
I mean, what's the point? Like, I literally don't. It's sitting next to my monitor gathering dust. Like, I have a backlog, so in my case, yes, I should be able to play it. I just don't have a ton of time right now. But it's like, I bought Ratchet and Clank, and that's like the only next gen game that came out on it. You know, quote unquote next gen. But I
heard that looks great.
I mean, it's fantastic. It looks like a Pixar movie in motion. Like, it's everything looks amazing in it.
The one game that you will have to play though when it comes out is Knights of the Republic, because it'll be a PlayStation 5 exclusive for the first year.
100%, dude.
And you need to play it the first year.
I'm going to. Don't worry, dude. It's a remake, right? Not like a remaster.
It's a from the ground up remake, and it's made by the company that's been porting this game for the last 5 years, so they know the game inside and out.
Inside and out. Okay.
Aspire Media ported it to every system that it's been ported to.
That's awesome. So, I mean, yeah, they should know about it then. They have
ex-BioWare devs at the company now too.
The reason I went down this path of Sony though is, where the fuck is Sony VR for PS5? Like, why is there no talk about it? They're like, hey guys, look at this technical post. We have a new controller for PSVR. What about PSVR though? It's just so stupid. Like, just talk about it and what you want it to be.
They have their own specialized chip they were designing. This is what I understand from some devs that I've talked to. They had their own like specialized chip they were working with on the PS5 VR to allow it to be full-on wireless instead of having the connection like you have on the PS4.
That would be amazing.
If they can't have these chips that they want, then, you know, or they can't produce them in the numbers they need to, it's not worth selling it at all yet.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to get off their fucking high horse and start working with other people, man. Like, imagine if Sony had like an exclusive Oculus partnership, and you could just put a fucking Quest on and play a Sony game. Like,
You do
it's not.
realize that Sony actually has the highest selling VR set, right? Like, why would they
Yeah,
play with anybody else?
this is what's got them where they're at, though. Like, Microsoft is like living the dream, working with everybody now. Sony is digging themselves a fucking hole, bro. Like,
The
get
biggest
over it.
difference is though Microsoft's bottom line is unaffected by working with other people.
I get
Sony
it.
makes all of their money by working by themselves.
Well, we're gonna see how long that lasts then.
I mean,
Because
Nintendo is pretty similar. They make most of their money by working on their own. They're nice with Microsoft right now, but they weren't always that way.
no, they weren't. I mean, yeah, look, they deserve to have their moment. They deserve to feel like they did. You know, they dug and clawed their way and got above every other fucking console. You know, Microsoft had its moment and was like top reigning, and then PlayStation 3, I think, shitted on them and took over. And it's like, that's great and all, but like, it's the era of fucking for the gamer, bro. Stop caring about your bottom line, dude.
I have to blow your balloon open here.
Do it, bro.
Sony
Hit me with
has dominated every generation of consoles
That's so
except
sick,
the
dude.
PS3.
Well, whatever. PS3 sucks, dude. All I'm saying, dude,
Can I
is
tell
like,
you what happened with this thing? It's
no, hit me with it.
You know the Nintendo PlayStation story, I hope.
Yeah, when they're supposed to have a console together, and then it just fell out.
Sony, as soon as there was more than that. There was some serious drama with this. Nintendo and Sony had a contract. They were going to the Electronics Expo E3, right? They were armed with the Nintendo PlayStation that was the peripheral to go on the bottom of the NES or the Super Nintendo.
Yep.
Super Nintendo. Yeah, Super Nintendo. And Sony shows up with this prototype, and then Nintendo says, "We're working with Philips." And Sony's like, "What?
People.
Are you serious? We've been working on this thing with you guys for like 2 years, and then you just decide to announce at the show you're not doing this anymore?"
Of
And
all
then,
the people,
Sony went home with their tail between their legs, and then came out dominating with the PlayStation. They won the first generation that they came out. They dominated. They had 100 and something million consoles their first generation, blasted past the N64. Then with the PS2, they beat the GameCube by like 5 times the sales. So they were like on this pedestal when the PS3 came out. So like, if we just sell the $600 console, people are going to buy it, you know? Nope.
Yeah.
So they fell flat on their face with the PS3, but clawed their way up past the 360 by the end of that generation. They actually sold more PS3s than the Xbox.
You are, yeah, okay. So I had that wrong because I forgot 360 was during PS3.
360
era.
dominated up until the very end of that generation.
Yeah.
And then the PS3 got so cheap that people who wanted like PlayStation exclusive games, they bought a PS3 because it was just so cheap they had to get one.
And then
after that, PS4 domination with the PS4. Nobody can keep up.
In terms of like exclusives and single player games, yeah, but like I could never play it. I played fucking multiplayer on Sony before. It's not good, bro. It was so laggy when I played. So it's like
multiplayer Xbox.
Yeah, and that's where I came from. But it's like Microsoft just dropped the ball, bro. It's like, what exclusives do you got, guys? Like, you gonna do anything? And then it's like they're like, okay, we're gonna retcon it. We own 14 studios now. We're gonna release all the exclusives.
No, the thing with Microsoft was last generation, it was all timed exclusives. You had Tomb Raider, timed exclusive. Dead Rising 4, timed exclusive. Dead Rising 3 was technically a timed exclusive, but it never made it on any other platform for some reason. I don't know that one. I think what I remember correctly is that the code for Dead Rising 3 was like Xbox specific, and Capcom said, "Nah, fam, we ain't porting that."
They said, "Too hard, bro. We good."
Exactly. That's what I understand it to be. I know it was like a launch day exclusive too. So like by the time that time exclusivity ran out, it was like PlayStation 4 had so many better games than Dead Rising 3. Not that Dead Rising 3 is bad, but Capcom would be wasting their time on that instead of Resident Evil. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. It's
not worth it. I mean, what like are there a bunch of Dead Rising people on Sony clawing to play Dead Rising? Probably not. I mean, at least at that point in time.
I was for a minute when I had a PS3 and my Xbox 360 was red ringed.
Oh god, dude, don't remind me of that shit. Mine didn't red ring until literally right when I went to buy the new one. Like literally, I was like, I'm gonna trade this thing in. Red ring. No. Gonna buy a new one without trading in. Cool.
So I got the launch Xbox one still. I got the Kinect one.
Yeah.
I like the Kinect. I was just playing that with my kids.
The Kinect was good. I mean,
they had like that wave race, essentially wake racing and Kinect Sports Rivals. My son loves that. That he just like blows himself up by running into stuff, but he loves it.
I don't get why they gave up on it and like never did anything. Like
I
figured
Kinect was like that one cool thing that Xbox did that was way different than Nintendo or PlayStation. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest issue they had was they made it not optional.
That's valid.
If you left the Kinect optional, I think that would have been fine. There's enough people that like the Kinect.
It just felt like the natural progression that like they would go to like VR or something after, and then
HoloLens.
Anything. I mean, HoloLens, but that's never going to be affordable for anybody with a fucking Xbox. Stupid. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, maybe this fucking Mr. Zuck from Facebook over here with the metaverse will be able to convince people. But like literally my computer literally opens Oculus and just streams a video to the Oculus Quest, and I can play the game. It sends all the sensor data over the stream back to the device, and I can play it. Why can't Microsoft and Sony just get on board with like, it doesn't even have to be Oculus specific, but like, why not just create like a open like API that works with all VR, and then VR can just tap into it and just like be a peripheral for that device? It's like
Sony's PSVR causes them to sell more consoles, and they make money on the PlayStation VR hardware.
We'll see, dude. They haven't made any money on it yet for PS5.
No, the PS4 it was the highest selling VR headset of the last gen.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, out of the box, like a PS4 and a PSVR is way cheaper than a high-end computer and any other headset. But like,
it normalized VR for most people.
It's just so annoying, bro. I want to play Resident Evil 7 VR, but it's only on PS4 and PS5, and I'm not going to buy an old PSVR. I'm going to buy the new one when it comes out, but I'm not going to buy the one that's old
just
for my PS5.
The old one, dude. It's all about Labo. You can afford it.
I do. Anybody want to buy a Labo set so I can buy PSVR?
Yeah, I did accidentally wind up with the special edition of Metroid Dread. Those are pretty expensive right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I traded my Switch in, my launch day Switch, by the way.
You get the OLED?
Yeah, I traded in because GameStop had like a $260 deal, which in my opinion, dude,
that's more than what I paid for mine.
I got $260 because I'm a pro member. And it was, let me think,
$350 for the OLED.
Yeah, so I put $260 on the trade in, and then it was $350 for the OLED. And they had one in stock in all of Charlotte where I live. And I was like, sure, dude. I was like, whatever, just give it to me.
I almost that's what I said. If they had a trade program where you only had to pay $100, I would have done it. I didn't know that they had that. Dang it.
So I don't know if they still have it because this was like 2 weeks ago, but this is literally my point. Like, Nintendo releasing the OLED is so pointless because I'm not going to get rid of my perfectly working Switch for $350 to get a fucking OLED. Like, it's pointless. And then I saw this like ad on GameStop, and I was like, wait a minute, $260. And then I was like, I called them. I was like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, the original one, it's not even like the upgraded battery or anything, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, whatever version. And they're like, yeah, we'll take it. And I was like, all right, dude, brand new. They gave me the new dock that has the Ethernet port. Got the
I don't need that. I got the USB Ethernet from my Wii U.
I have it too, but I don't need it anymore.
Oh man. I have to say that's the type of program you needed to get the OLED to sell for existing Switch owners.
I don't know how they make money though, because they sell the same one for $270.
Well, because you have to remember that GameStop has part of that margin that Nintendo makes money on the OLED is also part of that margin that GameStop makes money on the OLED. So if the OLED sells enough, then they make money on it. If they're buying your Switch for the same price as that Switch, or I'm sorry, as what they're going to sell for, they're still making money on that because they make money on you buying the OLED.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
and you're a pro member, so you're already a paying member of their clan.
That's great, dude. Thanks for taking it off my hands. I don't give a fuck how you make money. Like, that's what I do with my Xbox, man. I had I want to say I had the original Xbox One, like the very first one, and then they came out. Was the Elite
One S?
An Xbox One?
1S. No, the Elite was there was no Elites for Xbox.
Elite was 360, right?
Yeah, it was 360 era.
So I traded in my Xbox right before the Elite came out, and basically Microsoft bought it, by the way, when they had Microsoft stores. I don't think they exist anymore.
No,
but I went into the store, and they're like, we'll take it off your hands, blah 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 blah. Like, here's $400. I'm like, how are you gonna give me this money for like a 360? Like, this thing sucks. And I think they just recycled them. Maybe they like recycled the parts into the fucking new ones, but I don't know. I was like, cool, dude.
You can kind of recycle some of the parts that are more valuable than others in the 360 era and stuff and whatnot.
But I did it like 6 months in advance because they announced it was coming out, and I was like, I can go without Xbox for a few months, dude. I was like, I don't got to pay for one. Give it to me, bro. It was so great. But this was also like when I Red Ring, so it worked out eventually. I had to get it fucking RMA and all that crap. It was just so painless, like so painful, bro.
I still have a launch model Xbox 360.
And it works?
Yes.
Bro, did you ever turn it on? Ever?
Yeah, it plays Dead Rising every once in a while for me.
We should play some Dead Rising when I get the Xbox. I'm down for that.
I want to specifically play Case West. I've played all of the Dead Rising games except I haven't finished the DLC campaign Case West, and it's an Xbox 360 exclusive. They never ported it to PC or to PS3 or PlayStation at all.
Is it a Dead Rising 1? Dead Rising 2?
So there's Dead Rising 1, and then there was Dead Rising Case 0, which was the initial case into the Fortune City, which is essentially Las Vegas. But Fortune City, and then they go to Fortune City, and that's when the zombie outbreak happens in Dead Rising 2. And that's actually Chuck Green, because you got Frank West and then Chuck Green, because of course you got just like standard names for people in the game. But, and then Dead Rising Case West is Chuck Green and Frank West breaking into the Zombrex facility, which is the vaccine for zombie genes in the Dead Rising game. So the company that produces I don't know if it's there's being an inhibitor more than a vaccine, but essentially it blocks the zombie mutation from happening to people. So if you take the Zombrex every, 12, 24 hours, whatever it is, then you're good to go. You won't become a zombie even if you're bit. So they break into the facility, and it's like the biggest conspiracy in the entire Dead Rising series. Like, they have the cure. And I really want to play through the story.
So my dude knows the entire story like the back of his hand.
I do. I literally love these games.
To play. So it's a DLC, but for which one though? Like, am I just missing? 2. Okay, so is it co-op then?
Yes, because you can play as Chuck Green and Frank West together.
Oh, I'm being Chuck Green, bro. Let's go.
He's the motocross man,
dude. I'm down.
Although the game series in there is Terror is Reality. You're playing on a dirt bike with chainsaws off the sides of it to slash zombies.
Is that real? Like, that's the game?
It's called Terror's Reality. It's a mini game in Dead Rising 2.
I need to experience this, dude.
It's amazing. It's actually one of the few vehicle combat combos you can make in the game.
That's awesome.
You can take a motorcycle and add chainsaws to it and drive through zombies and just slice them and dice them.
That's what always drew me to Dead Rising, is just like the combinations of weapons you can make. They're so interesting.
I'm one of the few people that has the 53,000 zombie kills in one playthrough of Dead Rising. That took me like a solid 5-6 hours.
Just nonstop?
Nonstop killing zombies.
Damn, dude. That's what's up.
I love the original Dead Rising. That is one of my favorite games ever.
Somebody's got to put in the work, dude. Them zombies aren't going to kill themselves, you know?
It's very tedious, but I even have an achievement that is like, from the AI's horribleness, very hard to do. It's called Frank the Pimp. Okay. So when you play this game, you can escort male and female survivors. And there's always like a combination of some male and female survivors you can save at any period of time in the game. In order to get Frank the Pimp, you have to escort all female survivors, and that's it. So you have to like max out the number of survivors you can escort at once and make sure they're all female. So the demented thing about this achievement is, in order to get that to happen, you have to kill male survivors in between saving female survivors. Like, dude,
to get the female ones,
you're like, bye, Frank.
You're like, sorry, buddy, you didn't make the cut. Deborah. You did not make the cut. You are the weakest link.
I still remember playing through. I'm like, wait, I got to kill the survivors, because if you don't kill other survivors while you're doing this achievement, then you have to wait out the amount of time until the zombies kill them. So you're better off killing the survivors to get the other female survivors to generate sooner.
let's be honest, dude. You're doing them a favor, man. You're getting them out quick. You know, they don't got to get eaten to death.
Exactly. But there are some serious, like, there's some creepy parts of Dead Rising. I know you keep joking, like you're like on a bent that it's not. There's nothing creepy about it. But
I said it once, bro.
Think about the back. I don't know how much you know about the backstory, but the backstory of Dead Rising is they were doing these experiments down in Mexico. I'm trying to remember what the it's like Santa something down in Mexico. They're doing these experiments on cows to try and generate more meat, and they accidentally invent these zombie hornets that sting people and turn them into zombies.
Okay.
And the worst part is they were feeding people zombie meat and didn't tell anybody for a long time before the experiments all went out.
Oh no!
And this
so people were turning into zombies from eating the meat.
Oh, no. The cows they were eating were like zombies.
Oh,
but anyways,
that's such another. See, here's the thing, bro. Most of what I talk about when I talk about horror is just like the mechanics of the game. Because like it's hard for me to follow around in most games and get the backstory of it unless it's like in your face. So like that kind of shit is really fucking creepy for sure.
The government conspiracy in Dead Rising is pretty messed up. Because like once you get to Case West, this is why I want to play Case West on stream. So I don't want to like I know some of what happens because I know I just have so much of the backstory memorized at this point. But essentially they find out that the company that makes Zombrex, the drug that keeps you from becoming a zombie, literally has the permanent cure, and they're not giving it to people.
What the fuck, dude?
Yes.
So they're like, we're gonna make a vaccine that works for like 3 months, so we can get rich.
Exactly.
And we're never given the full cure. Okay.
That's exactly what they do in the game. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. And so essentially, what they find out is, it's like a combination of the government and this company working together to just get extremely rich off Zombrex.
They need that money, dude. Then. What's the point of having money if everybody dies, bro?
Well, they plant the zombie outbreaks and then they send in the military and they work together. It's like any city that's like overloaded with homeless people, they just take them out in this game.
Oh no!
It's like all the big cities get the zombie outbreaks essentially.
They're thinning the herd, dude.
They're depopulating the earth in the game. Anywhere they don't want a giant population.
If they depopulate somebody, couldn't they just take their money?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, pretty much. That's why they took the casinos out first in Fortune City. There was like, it's funny, like the second you get into the first or second casino, like there's military people already in there. And it's like, why are these people in the casino? Shouldn't they be saving people?
Yeah. No, they're holding it. They're like guarding it, bro, because they need that money.
It's like, that's why I love Dead Rising, because like the conspiracy theory is like so far out there. And then at the same time, there's like believable parts in it. It's like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like some of these like conspiracy theories in real life are like lining up with the game's conspiracy theories, and it's like, okay, clearly they drew inspiration from
the real world, dude. It's not real. It's just inspiration. I'll have to play through and just like actually pay attention or something.
But Dead Rising 1, Dr. Barnaby is actually the doctor from the original experiments in Mexico. He's like the old guy with the cane that's like, you get away from my gate in the mall. That guy's the original scientist, and then they let loose a zombie to eat him. I'm like, that's just messed up.
Dude, they're like, we got to cover our tracks. Eat that motherfucker.
No. It's actually like you do it yourself. Like you and your crew. Like I don't remember if you accidentally do it or if it's like on purpose, but I remember when he's turning into a zombie, he's like frothing at the mouth, telling you the truth about what happened.
Oh no. Well, fuck him then. He wasn't going to tell us the truth until we killed him. That's on him,
he basically died. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have Zombrex in number 1. There's no Zombrex. Zombrex shows up in number 2.
Okay.
And actually, there was a special edition for. The people don't realize how much of a like Dead Rising fan I am. I don't think. Like I don't think anybody realizes. I could talk like for hours about Dead Rising, but essentially, I almost bought the special edition because it's called the Zombrex special edition of Dead Rising 2, where they gave you like a syringe that said Zombrex on it. You could fill like whatever liquid you wanted. But I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's amazing, dude.
I nerded out to like Dead Rising 2. It's one of my favorite games ever.
Bro, is the CHRILLCAST becoming a Dead Rising only channel?
No, I don't. I've never played it on the channel. Well, once. I played it on the channel once. I played part of the intro to Case West, and that was it.
Okay.
I think I did it on Twitch, though. I don't even think I played that one on YouTube.
Bro, just make a Dead Space lore channel, dude, so I can read that or listen to that. Oh, sorry. Dead. See, my brain's not working right now. I'm slightly under the weather, but Dead Rising lore channel, so I can just watch that and not have to play the original.
I have thought about doing like a CHRILLCAST special video on one of our Plus channels and just being like the entire Dead Rising lore and why we need another one.
Dude,
that's what I thought about doing.
What if you single-handedly
brought back Dead Rising?
Baby. I mean, dude,
I have thought about starting to champion some of these projects I want.
I think I have Dead Rising on Steam, dude. Like the 4th one.
I don't have it on computer. I have it on Xbox One, and I have all the Xbox 360. I have like every Dead Rising game. I just don't have them on computer. I try to avoid playing things on computer unless they're like exclusive to computer. Because whenever I get it on my computer, I feel like I should be making CHRILLCAST things.
I feel that, dude. I feel that in my bones.
I don't like playing on the only game I'm willing to play on the computer right now is The Witcher because it's exclusive to PC. And I'm almost done with it finally.
The Witcher's only on PC?
The original Witcher.
Fuck. That's so crazy. I've only played Witcher 3.
Witcher 2 was on. So Witcher 1 and 2 were both being ported to Xbox 360. And the company that was doing 1 was different from the company that did 2. And the company that did 1 like essentially bankrupted the project. And then CG Projekt Red was like, nope. And they cut ties with that project. Like, yeah, this is too much money. You already wasted the entire budget. And you guys they didn't even have a playable demo, from what I understand.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yes, it was not bad. Good. And then for The Witcher 2, they managed to make it happen. That was like one of the biggest releases on the 360 when it came out, The Witcher 2, because everybody loved it on the PC. It's like all the gaming things like made a big deal out of it. I only got into The Witcher more recently, like in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I remember everybody talked about Witcher 2, and I was like, I don't know anything about Witcher. And then Witcher 3 came out, and I was like, whoa, this game's like fun. Like, it's really fun.
It takes up the same space that I would see the new Fable game in, actually.
Yeah. To me, it like reminded me of like Elder Scrolls or something, but like to me better because
it's not as complicated to play as Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. It's just
I feel like Elder Scrolls had too much going on.
Yeah, you're not too worried about everything. I loved Morrowind. I didn't really like much of the other fucking Elder Scrolls. Oblivion on the Xbox, man, what a letdown in my opinion. I mean, I'm sure there's people that like it. Only thing redeeming factor was fucking Jean-Luc Picard or whoever the voice was. I forget.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Like, so good, bro. But I played it and I was just like, it just looks like a high production, like, I don't know. It didn't feel like Morrowind, which maybe is not a bad thing. I was just really into Morrowind at the time. Then Skyrim came out and I played 80 hours and my game bugged like Fable 3 and I rage quit.
I had Skyrim actually corrupt my PS3 hardcore.
Awesome, dude. That's great. So what's the outcome of that?
You got to replace the hard drive.
Cool, dude.
So you lose everything that was on the hard drive.
Good experience, bro. Thanks.
So I have not given Skyrim a second chance after that.
I don't blame you, dude.
I don't care how old it gets. Never. I do own it. It's sitting on my 360 shelf because the 360 one never had the save issue, but
yeah, I wouldn't go back to it. I mean, I got glitched in a fucking cave and couldn't get out. So I was like, I was wasting my time, bro. I was like, there's nothing I can do to redeem this. I can't play anymore.
And you didn't have a save before that, I'm assuming?
Dude.
Are you a one save kind of guy? Oh, Alex. Oh, no.
I'm being exposed right now. Yes, dude. I don't do the quick save stuff. I don't do the I don't save and then like name it like this is me at level 40 when I just got in my first relationship. I'll come back here and like I just save, dude. Right over the file, just hard save, and that look what it got me.
I always do too.
That's a good plan.
One's the most recent, and then one's just in case the system f's up and I can't get out of something.
That would have saved me in Skyrim, but unfortunately, I didn't think like that.
Sometimes I'll have 3. It's usually just 2 though. The third one is usually because I forgot that I had one, and then I added another one. That's usually why I would have 3.
Now that we like record and stuff, I try to save more in case we need to jump back to points. But like when I used to play like growing up, I'd just like save it, dude. Just save it and go. Don't gotta worry about it.
There's been a couple times where I realized I didn't save at all, and I spent like 6 hours playing, like in the back in the day. Like that's always like that most eerie feeling. It's like, oh no, I've already done 6 hours.
It crashes. There's no coming back.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to discuss, horror or Halloween related for gaming?
I mean, like I said, dude, I'm not great with horror games. I love playing them with other people. I won't really play them by myself. But I'm really excited to see where the VR takes it, because that's gonna be crazy. I want to play Phasmophobia in VR, but I don't know, bro. I might actually die IRL if I play Phasmophobia.
Somebody bought it for me, so it's in my Steam library.
It's fully playable in VR while other people play out of VR. So I want to get.
I'll play with you. I'm not going to guarantee I won't quit midway through.
You're just like, sorry guys. Fucking Chris is disconnected.
I've seen some like gameplay of this game, and I know I will not be able to sit there the whole game and not like either turn my head away or whatever, man.
Yeah,
there's no way I could play. Because you're like investigating a paranormal house, right? And you're going down to like these basements, and like sometimes these things lock you into rooms. You got to get your teammates to come in and lock you out of the rooms.
It listens to your voice, so it listens to you and your teammates conversing.
I'm just gonna turn my mic off.
Yeah, that's the play, dude.
Hey, there's a good idea. Get all the Halo YouTubers in on that.
Let's go, bro.
I want to see a Rush play it because he's so dry all the time. I wonder if he would be like actually scared.
Yeah, I would be curious. Yeah, I've only ever seen him play Halo.
I know, and he's like, when he plays Halo, he's always like, "All right, guys, we're gonna try out this," and it's like he's got a great narration voice, but he never seems like his emotions only change when he's winning really well or loses really badly. I never see him like get scared or worried about something. You know what I mean? I would love to see him get scared or worried about Phasmophobia.
Yeah, something chasing him, fucking hunting him, trying to grab him.
That'd be exciting.
Dude, I seen that game, and like the only clip that really sticks out is like everybody was leaving the house, and then like the one ghost like grabbed the last person and closed the door, and then everybody's like, "Deuces, we escaped." So that would be me getting trapped. So
I actually had it almost scheduled up and ready to go with Forge Labs back when we had him on the show, and just for some reason it didn't work out. But that guy does some awesome Phasmophobia stuff with some of his friends. I don't know if you ever watched Forge Labs, but he does some cool stuff.
He's been doing like Minecraft stuff recently, right?
Yeah, he also has some Phasmophobia gameplay in the last year.
Yeah, I've seen newer.
His channel has exploded.
Yeah, I've seen the newer like Minecraft like hunt videos that he's been working on.
Yeah,
but
when he was on our channel, we asked him to get on, I think he had just hit 1 million, and then like a month later when he was on our channel with us, he was at 1.5, and I think he's at like 5 or plus million now. His channel isn't like, just if anybody hasn't heard of Forge Labs, I don't know how you're watching us and haven't heard of Forge Labs, but go subscribe. He's got some of the like best Minecraft stuff I've ever seen. Yeah,
he's got a video of him playing Squid Games in VR and Minecraft.
Yeah, he's close. He's gonna hit 5 million by the end of this year. 4.35 right now.
That shit's wild, dude.
I can't believe how fast he blew up.
Yeah, I mean his content's solid.
It is very solid. He's got a really great editor.
Yeah.
I think his editor is still Wisefish Gaming. So
nice.
Definitely check that guy out too. I wish he would edit some of my stuff for me. But
he does a lot of like lore videos, right?
So he does really well on his own. So he's got 30,000 subscribers too. So shout out to all those cool people. And you know what? Just because they're in the chat, here we go. Go check this person out too. Oh wait a second. It ain't working. Hold on. I wonder if it's still going up under this. No. How do I find your channel now?
You don't, bro.
Is it all one word?
Yeah, it's all one word. It looks like.
It's throwing me off. Okay, since the name change, it's always been throwing me off. Yeah, go check this person out too. Team, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. It's Ancilla, I think, right? Pretty sure. I'm really bad with pronunciations. It used to be Halo Cat, now it's Team Ancilla. Tell me if I said it wrong. I will correct it. All right, and then of course, DotSlashFrag. If your wife makes a channel, DotSlashFrag.
Dottie, let's go. Ooh, look at that fucking thumbnail, dude. Look at oh yeah.
You do the
Hitler.
thumbnails, right?
Unfortunately. Yeah, that's why they
What do you mean,
suck.
unfortunately? Your stuff's great. Great is great.
It's hard to be somebody who does anything creative and take any positive feedback. I just feel like it all sucks. I don't know.
Your Destiny out of map glitches, I didn't even realize it was your channel because it's so different from the rest of your like thumbnails. But I like it now because the series is all like its own thing now. Got life of its own.
That's what I tried to do. That way it's like if anybody sees it when they're looking at Destiny content, it's easy to recognize. And I try to keep all of the glitch videos that same style.
Yeah, it works well. I like it. I tried to reach out to Rocket Sloth. They haven't responded yet. I wanted to get you guys on the same video once. But
maybe one day. Maybe the stars will align. They make great content too.
They do.
I like watching their Halo stuff.
I love their race one they did in Halo 5. That was cool.
I was trying to get Joey. Joey's like a hidden Halo hater, bro. Like we grew up together playing Halo, and like we loved Halo. Like my childhood is me and Joey fucking clapping kids on Halo, loving it. Like playing online, playing the story. And like anytime we talk about it now, he's so fucked up from playing MCC that he's not about Halo anymore, man.
Oh, no.
So I was like, bro, check out Rocket Sloth. Like these guys make some fucking solid content. I was like, look how dumb this is. They literally walk through the entire campaign without shooting. And he goes, but why would I do that? And I was like, I don't know, dude. It would be fun as fuck. Let's do some crazy shit like this. And he's like, fuck Halo. I was like, okay, touche. He's had bad experiences with MCC, man. Like it uninstalls itself from his computer. It corrupts. Like it. Anytime we tried to start playing Halo, there would be an issue. Like we would schedule a live stream of it, and he would start it up, and it would be like, oh, corrupted. So okay, got to reinstall. The next time we would play, it was like not installed, but he's looking at the install file, and it's like there's always an issue with MCC for him, and it's fucking sucks, man. Because I love Halo. Hopefully, Infinite's better. Sorry,
Infinite. You've played some of it, right? I'm pretty sure you were in at least one of the betas, right?
Yeah, I played all of the.
Okay, it feels to me like a natural progression from Halo 3.
Yeah, I want to
4 and 5. It feels like a natural progression from 3.
I want to get good with the mouse and keyboard. Like I feel like I'm okay with it in Halo, but like it's like a lot of years of training to untrain. So
speaking of brosifs, though, Jiznu, we got to get you on a podcast sometime so you can actually tell it how it is, my boy. Did he hop in your guys' live streams? I don't remember. Like talks to you guys at all?
I believe he has. Yes.
Okay. Really cool guy. Super
pretty
cool
sure
guy.
he's left comments on some of our videos and stuff.
Super nice guy. Like if you ever want to be in the chat with somebody cool, Jiznoof is the guy. Really cool dude.
Bro, the name gets me fucked up. It gets me fucked up, bro. I love it. I love it, dude.
Good people. We got good people in the chat today. So
in line of horror and stuff, we do have a video coming out tonight, probably right after this ends. Maybe I'll just put it live now, but basically we got in VR chat and we read a Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure.
When does it go live?
And, I'm gonna make it live right now, dude. Fuck it.
No, make it a premiere. And we'll kick these 5 people from this video to that one.
All right, let me premiere it up, boys.
Make it ready to premiere, and I will click it to skip from that one to this one, from that one one to that one. You can do that in like the actual. I don't know if you've ever done it before.
Yeah, they updated it recently. It's pretty solid. Don't expect much.
I should probably exit out of the window that everybody's watching before I start editing behind the scenes.
Yeah. Don't expect much, but if you like Goosebumps, we had some fun. And
send me the link in the private chat here, and I'll link it.
Yes, sir. I just hit premiere. Hold on.
When are you premiering it?
What was that?
When are you hitting the premiere right now?
I should have sent you the link sooner. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I can't. So we in the stream, the people will go right there. It's like what Twitch does, except far harder to do.
Yeah, it's about to go right now.
All right, send me that link. You did, okay. Perfect.
I just put it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get it in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys like that kind of stuff, I think we might get into more like reading stuff. Not me, because I hate my voice, but like those people read like spooky stories and shit online. We'll see.
Dude, I can be a voice actor. I can literally impersonate anybody.
Yeah, I like doing impersonations, but then like This like as I'm editing this video, like I was doing like trying to do like a spooky voice, but I'm just like, I don't know. Hearing your own voice is always weird. So is what it is.
All right, here we go. It's letting me add the redirect here. Let me. Oh, I can only choose my videos.
Get wrecked, dude.
What? I can't choose yours.
Dude, hold on. Upload it to your channel real quick. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? I'm just gonna put a link. I'll just add this link whenever you finish this video with us. I'm gonna put it in here. Everybody can go watch it, and people on everything else will be like, "What is this YouTube link?"
What is this link,
dude? It goes
dude?
to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, so like everybody can go. Everybody can go. DotSlashFrag and check out this video. I want to thank my personal friend Alex. I've gotten to know over the past 3 years of doing YouTube and becoming partners basically at the same time.
Yes, sir.
DotSlashFrag are homies for life.
Yeah, we're gonna see who gets to 2K first, though, and then I'm gonna make fun of you guys when we get there first. Just kidding. So I don't think it's in the cards, dude.
We need to go up there together.
Yeah, that we will. I mean, realistically, it's how it's been. So
we have been, and I'll keep shouting you guys out, and you keep shouting us out. All good to go.
Appreciate it. Papa bless.
Papa bless. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say?
Subscribe to the CHRILLCAST. Come watch us play Dead Rising soon.
We will do that. I'm down.
Yes, sir. I'm down too.
And I'll even sit while you play Dead Rising 1, and I'll comment on the lore for you the whole game.
I'm down for that, dude. Let's do it.
And I'll laugh at it when I make up lore that nobody's heard of.
Oh no, dude, you're gonna troll me.
I'll just say it and you'll be like, what? That's not real. Yeah, it is.
That's what Joey does, dude. He fucking tells me shit that's not real in Resident Evil. It's terrible.
I love how we get to 8 viewers right before we're about to kill this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
I mean, we can still shoot the shit, bro. I'm not in a rush to go anywhere.
Okay. I didn't want to keep you up too late. It's midnight where I'm at. I didn't know what time it was where you are.
It's midnight. But I usually go to sleep at 4 a.m., so.
That's true. I'm like a 2, 3 a.m.er myself, so.
Mm-hmm.
I could boot up Case West. No,
he's like, wait a minute.
I'd have to change the whole stream format to get that to happen. But yeah, I'm hoping we hit 2K by the end of the year. I'm going to say that right now. That's my goal. 2K by the end of the year. Just got to have one of my news swarm videos, beat
just
out a spawn again. I got to have one of them beat the spawn cast.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've had a few of my videos have been keeping up with Spawn. Actually, Spawn Wave. I was surprised to see any of my videos keeping up with a Spawn Wave video. Of course, by the end of the day, his had 50K and mine had 8. But
I know that's the difference, right?
He's got like 600,000 or whatever now. I mean, all respect to Senpai Spawn Wave. But
yeah,
I did do it different. I will say, even though it's News Swarm versus News Wave, it's kind of the same name. My plan was always use the mob of the people watching your videos to vote on the topics for the next day.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, well.
It makes people feel included, which I think is what people want at the end of the day.
Exactly. I was surprised they actually voted for my Amico NFTs conversation. Did you see that one? Or I don't know if you watched it, but I can kind of explain it to you.
Did it come out
today? It came out today. Yeah.
So I bought. It's a funny story. I bought them because I was watching OEB Pete. And I was like, fuck it, dude. NFTs, let's go, dude. Fuck yeah.
Did you actually buy them?
Listen, dude. I bought them. I went to sleep and I woke up the next day and I was like, why the fuck did I buy Amico NFTs? And then I refunded them because I spent like $180 on them. And I was like, the Amico's never going to come out. And like, I rewatched the fucking video with the dude who created it. And I'm like, they talk about NFTs, but they never explain it. Like, is it just an NFT in name, or is it an actual NFT? I'm like,
it's an NFT. Essentially, it is. Essentially, what they did was they're using like blockchain and NFTs, and they're signing like an encryption to each of these cards. Whatever the blockchain encryption is. I don't know. I'll be honest. Blockchain's kind of a alien to me because I've never really researched it myself. I don't have any Bitcoin to my name, but essentially, what I understand is each of these cards is a NFT license for a game. So the license is on the blockchain. And although it goes to some Intellivision URL with the blockchain identifier on it, that code is transferable through selling it. So you can sell that Intellivision card. So the reason why those are worth more than what the digital games are is they're actually resellable. So like that, I think that's actually the future is NFT games. Like, how does GameStop survive without NFT?
Yeah, I mean, in a digital world, 100%. And
Exactly. Like you're not going to go to GameStop to buy a digital code.
the
But
thing that got me
NFTs are resellable.
The thing that got me fucked up about it though is that they're limited edition. But then I kept reading, and they're like, the only thing that makes them limited edition is on the box. It says limited edition because like as soon as they run out, they're just gonna reprint them. They said and just not do limited edition. So I'm like, are the NFT limited edition actually going to be identified as limited edition, or are they just like it's a game? So that's what made me like have second thoughts about it. And
From what I understand, with limited edition wise, I think it's the coin. I think the coin's different.
Yeah. So like that's why I was like, I can just buy it whenever the fucking Amico comes out, if that's the case.
They'll still be $20 a piece. They might change up packaging. Who knows? I doubt it, but who knows? And then the NFTs themselves, you realize that like amiibos are essentially NFTs, right?
Yeah, I mean they have the NFC bullshit chip in it. The only problem is you can't, like, it's not on a website somewhere that you can just sell to somebody. Like you can trade it to somebody and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, essentially you could sell your code without, but the problem is the NFT is physically on those cards, like the identifiers on those cards. So if you don't sell the full blown package, then you could just literally swipe your console again with the card and get your game back.
I mean, I have a game. What is it? Hold on. Who's the company that did Game Shark?
Oh, I know this too. Code Junkies.
Code Junkies. I have a Code Junkies disc, bro. Literally can sit any fucking amiibo, any NFC item on it, and it copies it. So like, I can just copy anybody's thing and just use it. Also, I can just download a code online and drop the code on it.
Well, think about it this way, right? NFTs are essentially like an origination of something, right? The only reason that an NFT has value is because it's the original thing. It's like you own the Mona Lisa, not a copy of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, with the NFT, with the NFT too, it's going to be way harder to do something like that, to spoof a game itself. But yes, like people are like, oh, you can right click and save a picture of an NFT. Yes, you can, but you don't. Like that's not the point of NFT. I'm not here to defend them either way. I think they're kind of stupid in their current given state.
I agree with that.
I think they can be utilized way more, and I think
that I own the overly obsessed girlfriend meme.
Yeah,
good for you.
I bought the Charlie bit my finger video that everybody has mirrored everywhere. Like that's fine, whatever. But like once if Xbox, for instance, started doing all their digital games as NFTs that are actually transferable, that's huge because that's what Xbox talked about. Xbox talked about being able to resell your games and trade them and shit at first. And then everybody just like took a dookie on them because of like other things. And then they totally reshaped the vision. I think it was Xbox One, right? Like
it was the DRM. Everybody was angry because it was the always online thing. And we're basically there anyways. So like the vision has been realized. The Xbox Series X does not work if you don't at least validate the games once.
I'm just saying, if you have a digital game, you should assume that you have
being
to
validated,
be online. Like if you buy a physical game, yes, you should be able to play offline and not have to fuck with anything. But if you're going to buy an online digital game, yes, I think it's fine to have to hit the internet. It's not a big deal.
See, but I think also if you own the actual NFT card with the Amico, the cool thing with that is, and I think this is where Xbox and all the other companies need to get to, is imagine you own a disc, right? I can take that disc to my friend's house, download all the patches and updates, and play it with my friend without having to download my account profile and log in and validate my account. With these NFT cards with the Amico, I can literally take that card with me to my friend's house, scan it on his console, and move the license temporarily to his console while I'm playing at his house. Boom.
Yeah.
Problem solved, sharing games.
Exactly.
That is the beauty of what I like what they're doing. I don't agree with them releasing games before a console is even out.
That's very weird.
It is extremely weird, and I made that point in my video, and nobody has disagreed with me on that so far.
It gives me vibes that there's trouble in paradise. Like the Amico might not. Like, why would you do that if the Amico is going to come out? Like, why wouldn't you just wait? It feels like
I do understand from the standpoint of if your console's coming out anyways, selling the games isn't a big deal. Like if the Switch would have said, okay, we're selling these games a couple days before the Switch launches, no big deal, right?
Hold on. You said a couple days.
But the Amico is like
you said
months
a couple
away.
days,
it's months
bro.
away.
Yes.
Just hear me out. Like it would look if the big three did this. Imagine the big three did this, right? Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony. We're gonna sell you PS5 games a year before the PS5 launches. That's so nobody's gonna buy them. Like
no, that'd be stupid.
I guess a better response would have been because with disc-based consoles, it's easy to like say, okay, you're buying the PS4 version now, upgrade to PS5 version later. But imagine with the N64, they're like, all right, buy your GameCube games early. You buy it's like this little disc. It's like, I can't do anything with this.
So the thing I guess like you could go to is like, oh, you're pre-ordering it. But the problem with that is like if you pre-order something and they don't fulfill it, you can cancel it and get your money back.
You can't do that with these. You already have them.
Yeah, you're fucked. You got them and they're yours. Like if something goes wrong, like I don't think that they're acting in bad faith. I don't think that they're trying
I think they intend to have
the
console out.
Yes.
I think there's some bad PR surrounding all of this, but
yes. But with good intentions, other things can happen. So all I'm saying is like I would rather not be what crypto people would say holding the bag. Like I bought these games and then it never comes out. Like I don't care about collecting games that something never comes out. If the Amico comes out, I'll buy them. It's that simple. So
I am definitely on board. Like, the Amico, as soon as, and I said this in the video, as soon as I see some people reviewing this thing, and I know it's actually out and coming out, and there'll be retail and everything else, because GameStop's going to have this thing in stock apparently, at least in some locations. I'm interested. I want to try this console out. I think it'd be a cool idea. I love the idea of retro-inspired games because I think a lot of retro games are fun to pick up and play for 20, 30 minutes and then walk away from it. Whereas, like, I pick up a Halo game and I'm playing 6 to 12 hours at a time. It's like, got to see my family in a little bit here, guys.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of family, the other thing, we both have families. We both have kids. Like, they're games that are very easy to pick up.
They're doing.
Yes. And I love it too because I play air consoles, the same shit, just software. And I would love to have hardware like attached to that, which is weird because I just looked up the Atari VCS or whatever, and apparently air console runs on that.
It does, yeah.
Which I was like, what? But also then I looked at the price. It's $500 for one. Like, why is it so expensive? Like, because it could turn into a computer, I guess.
It can. You can upgrade it. It's fully modifiable. Fully upgradable. You can pull out and put in new RAM. Like I think you can get like 16 gigs of RAM. They actually ran Cyberpunk 2077 on it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it looked good,
but it ran.
It ran.
You can put it in the marketing.
I think it was what's his face? Kevin. Shoot. He's a really big tech and gaming YouTuber. It's Ken or Kevin or something.
I have no idea,
his last name. I mean, I can look this up. I'm just gonna look it up in the meantime. Anyways, I like what they're doing with this. I think it's a great idea. I think just implementation wise, they haven't had the best time frame to ship this thing out. Whoa, got somebody new in the chat here, and I'm going blurry hardcore. What's up, Sherwood Crow? There we go. I'm back now.
He's back.
I'm back. Like I never left. I forget what that lyric is from. I always say that all the time, and I always forget who actually that lyric comes from.
I have no idea.
I think it's Macklemore.
I'm gonna Google it for you.
I never left. Okay, I think it's Kevin Kenson. Yeah, Kevin Kenson. Shoot,
Youngin Ace. Who is Youngin Ace, dude?
Back like I never left. Is that what you're looking up?
Youngin Ace.
No, it's definitely a Macklemore thing. I think it's "Can't Hold Us" with Ray Dalton as the singer. Like the ceiling can't hold us. You know that song?
Yeah, I've heard that song.
And I think the second verse starts off, "I'm back, like I never left." Something. I don't know.
Okay. I'm not good with lyrics, dude. All I know is the first line of songs.
Anyways, what was I talking about Kevin Kenson though? Why was I bringing him up?
ACS, Atari.
Oh, Atari VCS. That's right.
VCS. There we go.
Atari VCS. For Cyberpunk. I think they did it. The Atari VCS can play Cyberpunk 2077 without using Stadia. Yeah, he did it. Yep, Kevin Kenson.
Interesting.
See if I can pull this thing up.
Okay, so it runs, dude.
Yeah, I watched the video. It does. It actually runs. I was shocked. It had a lot of bad loading screens, but it worked. Talk about horror.
Fucking Cyberpunk, bro. Ugh.
Hey, I just played that again yesterday. I'm enjoying it.
It's fun. I mean, it's a fun game. I mean, the problem is like, if you do anything in the open world, there's 3 things, and that's it. It's like, oh, this person they're holding the base. Go attack the base and take over. Okay. The other one's like, oh, there's like a person beating someone up. Stop them from beating them up. Like the open world doesn't have enough variety when it comes to like the spontaneous missions.
I actually got the cops called on me multiple times in that game.
Dude, the cops were going through walls and killing me. I'm like, bro, what am I supposed to do?
Somehow, I managed to get the cops in my apartment.
Oh, no.
And they won't leave.
It's a good game in terms of like entertainment for me. I just don't think it's a complete game, and I can see why people are upset. So it's whatever.
I was counting on the fact that every single game CD Projekt Red has ever released is turned out a buggy mess and then became a good game.
Oh yeah,
the original Witcher, horrible game until they updated and fixed it. Fixed it. Wow. Whoa.
Fixed it. That's why I don't.
Witcher 2. By the time everybody played it, it was on the 360. So like when the mainstream audience actually played it, it was already done and fixed and good. And then Witcher 3
that I bought it because I know they'll make it good. Like
Witcher 3 was a mess when it launched, and eventually it made it to the glory that it is now.
I must have played the good version, dude.
Witcher. Look up some of the bug reports from when it launched. I had to do this a while back. We did a video on CD Projekt Red's patterns a long time ago, probably like a year ago now, maybe longer. And essentially what we found out was literally CD Projekt Red has never, ever launched a good game from the get-go.
I mean, they do ambitious projects. I mean, I don't know. It's the whole thing with like No Man's Sky. Like, just don't lie about it, bro. Just release the game and tell people the truth. And then I don't think people would be upset about it.
I love the Internet Historian's version of No Man's Sky. He talks about it.
I'll have to watch. I haven't seen it.
It's called The Ungoodening of No Man's Sky.
Yeah, so like Team Ancilla is saying, problem with Cyberpunk's open world is that there's not anything to do. Story, awesome. Gunplay, satisfying. Activities, meh. That's exactly how I feel, dude. Cyberpunk has some of the funnest fucking gunplay, and like it's really fucking fun to play, but it's just not rewarding to roam around the open world. You just do the same 3 fucking things, and then what do you get from it? Nothing. So
there is an end to it, though, right? Like technically speaking.
No, the game itself. Yeah, I didn't finish the story.
Okay,
the problem with me is I get like sidetracked in games that are single player. So like Beers and Bacon and I were playing, and like I was like, bro, I'm just gonna drive around for a couple hours and just fuck shit up.
Dude, the driving is so hard to do when you first start doing it. It's like so bad.
It is, yeah. And 3 hours later, I was like, yeah, that was like fun, but there were like it immediately got like less fun every time because it was the same shit over and over again in the open world. I can't speak to the story. The story was cool. I played about 2 hours of it, but I haven't got further than that yet.
What I keep screwing up is I've played the opening part like 3 different times, and I picked the same stupid. I keep picking the same background story.
Yeah, and you're like, damn, I've already done this one.
I did this like twice already. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. It's a good game to just shut off your brain and shoot. You shoot. That's it. Maybe get creative with a sword, but like you shoot, and that is mainly it.
Dude, melee is so strong in that game. I love it.
Flashbacks at launch, Witcher 3.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the bugs.
It was bad. It launched. That's why they always launch on PC, because PC players are way more forgivable than console players.
Mm-hmm.
And when they launched Cyberpunk 2077, it was like, we're launching across the board on this date. And I was like, oh, yeah, you
Big
are.
surprise. Huh? The ones that were bad were console. Yeah. Like the bad versions of Cyberpunk objectively are the console ones. Like I played on PC and I ran into glitches that were funny. It was like I was driving and my head was like above the car while I was driving. I was like, that shit's funny as fuck. There was no game breaking things that happened when I played. So like I had a decent time, but I was looking at the consoles and that's a different story.
See, I played it launch day on PS4 Pro and I had no issues.
I was looking at I think like base Xbox model or some shit.
Oh god, no.
It was like
there's a reason I got it on my PS4 Pro instead of my VCR Xbox One.
Yeah, like I don't know why they released it. Should have just not done it, you know?
Now, supposedly they just delayed it, but there's a PS5 version coming and an Xbox Series X version coming.
I bought it from Best Buy on PS5 because it was like $10, dude. And I was like, hell yeah! I bought the PS4 version. I bought the PS4 version, okay. And apparently it's gonna get like a free update eventually. So I was like, I might as well get it just for the meme, you know, $10, dude. You know, fuck it. I haven't played it, so
I got a solid 15 FPS on Xbox One.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's how I feel though about the PC. Like there wasn't really that major of game breaking glitches. So yeah, I mean, I ran at fucking 144 frames. I mean, I do have a.
I was playing Cyberpunk on my 3DS.
That's the worst. Stop it. You always got such crazy fucking concoctions. Like you're like, guys, I just loaded up my PSP and I'm playing my Game Boy Advance through the VCR on it. And I'm like, what? I'm like, how does this work? So I'm like looking at it. I'm like, okay. It's like so many different systems to get it to work. It's like solid, bro. So
we're playing Metroid 2, Return of Samus. I like to play things on official hardware, like especially when I can make it work, right? Mm-hmm. So like I'm doing these Metroid Mondays right now. So I was like, okay, how can I play Metroid 2, the original version? And the only place that you can actually buy it legitimately right now without playing the original cartridge is on the 3DS. And I have no way to play my 3DS on my computer, although I'm working on that eventually. Yeah. But right now, the only way to do it legitimately is using the Game Boy player on my GameCube, routed through the component cables, upgraded to HD with an HD upscaler to my PC. So
I saw the picture, bro.
That's how I'm going to play Metroid 2.
It's solid
on stream, legitimately.
Yeah. I meant to get a 3DS with an HDMI port, but I waited too long, and now they're like super
expensive. So you can get a Wi-Fi streaming jailbreak for it.
Okay, I did try that out. Yeah, it seemed to work pretty decently.
And actually, the cord that charges your 3DS, I think technically can be a USB.
Okay,
I think there's some USB to 3DS. Because there's a dock that also communicates to the 3D. I don't know. I don't know all the specifics.
Yeah.
I do know that you can get a custom modded 3DS HDMI out port from certain companies. It's kind of expensive. It's like $100 or more.
That's what I was looking at. I was like, it was like a couple $100, and they're like, you send us your 3DS. And I was like, wait, so I got to buy a 3DS and pay for the service? It's like, God damn, bro.
Well, they have some pre-mades, but for the most part, yeah. The pre-mades are like $400 plus.
I might get
3DS has gotten insanely cheap though.
Yeah, that's why I was like want to buy a normal one.
But if you want to get legit 3DS, you got to get
the little nub,
the new 3DS, which can play the entire library of 3DS games, unlike the old 3DS, which can't. But yeah, this one with the nub.
Wait, can you explain? Can you explain to me why I can't play the old ones?
They upgraded the processor midway through.
So it just like can't.
It's like DSi versus DS. DSi had so much more functionality.
So like, if you tried to play it, would it just be like you can't play it, or would it just be like laggy?
You can't. There's like 15 to 22, depending on your region, games that are new 3DS exclusive.
So how does that make you feel as like a 3DS owner? Like
I have the new 3DS.
So did you get into the new 3DS, or did you have an old one? And
I never had a 3DS.
Okay.
I bought, so when they were clearing stock, this is the more expensive 3DS. And actually, this 3DS has like my really, I love this grip. It makes the 3DS actually worth it. But this is what it looks like without the grip.
Yeah, I mean, I have the new. I had it. It's the new 3DS is literally the best 3DS.
It's so much better.
Does that one have 3D, or is that the one where it's removed?
The new 2DS that doesn't. This one has 3D. Okay. This one has the 3D slider on the side here. Oops.
I think the new 2DS copies the form factor of that one, because I had the 3D one.
It does. My brother has the new 2DS.
It's so much better than the old 3DS. I've had 3DS through the whole life of the system, and once they came up with that little nub, dude, I started playing some Monster Hunter, bro. It was so
it makes it so much better. Like there was the Circle Pad Pro. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't seen that.
So Circle Pad Pro actually added a second circle pad to the other side of the older 3DSs.
Like plug it in.
Yeah, it was like a whole big base unit. It was like the size of this thing just to add the extra nub.
Okay.
That was it. It had an extra nub. It was like the. Let me just look this thing up. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Since we're still talking and we're not making any progress on horror games. Who cares?
It's so surprising how well the little nub works. Because when I seen it, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? And I started playing Monster Hunter with it, and I was like, this is the perfect camera nub, dude. It works so good.
To answer Jiznoof, I am not picking up the GTA trilogy. No way.
Wait, why?
Just not. It's not gonna do it.
Is there like a what's the reasoning?
It's pretty much all. It's all digital on the Switch, and that's the only reason I pick it up is on the Switch. Why would I buy something that I can literally get on my PS3 for less money to play on the Switch digitally when all I'm gonna do is play digitally anyways?
Oh, so they're not releasing a physical copy on the Switch?
The physical copy I think has a DLC code, or like half the game is DLC. Okay, here's CirclePad Pro for you. Check that thing out. That giant thing adds that extra nub.
You like dock it in, dude. You're like, come on, we're going docking.
Look how big this thing is. That's ridiculous.
Was it officially like Nintendo?
That's an official Nintendo thing. Yes, they had one for the XL model, and they have one for the original too.
Bro, that's disgusting. I would.
Yeah, look at this. There it is, right there. There it is, right there. Look at that. Side by side, old version versus new version. Let's see if I can get it really big for all y'all to see.
That's disgusting, bro.
It's so ridiculous. Like that is huge,
bro. It looks like one of those little fucking folding computer. I don't even know, dude. It's too big, bro.
Like, God, there's so many like setups for jokes I could jump in on with this, but that is ridiculous. Nintendo, what were you thinking? The horror.
I mean, they redeemed themselves with a nub, though, so it's okay.
We went from it's too big to a nub.
I mean, pretty much, dude. Give me it, dude. It's so good, dude. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, low key, one of the best.
The only way. That's the reason it got released was Capcom said, "Hey, we don't want to put Monster Hunter in this thing. It's only got one nub. Like how you whatever you want to call it, circle pad."
Yeah.
So then they were like, "Here, Nintendo's like, here's the second circle pad that you didn't know we were working on." That is ridiculous. Like
the new 3DS, dude. What? Okay, first of all, what's up with the naming on Nintendo, bro? Guys, we released the 3DS. We released the new 3DS. We released the 3DS XL. The new 3DS XL. Like, bro, why is new part of the console name? Like,
you know what's even worse is in Japan, there's the new 3DS LL.
Oh no.
Like, why? So you buy a Japanese model. It literally is called the LL.
There it is, LL right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, this is, I'm not gonna lie, like for an add-on that you only need for some games, this was a cool idea. But then why would they even release the new 3DS if this exists?
Yeah.
They just make more of these.
Because they knew that they needed it mainstream, and this is not a mainstream solution. This is like I'm a really big Nintendo fan, and I'll support them through anything.
I almost bought one of these. I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost bought.
I mean, it's amazing that it worked. Like, that's awesome.
Like, this little nub here works in the same fashion as that extra circle pad.
It works so well. I don't know how, dude. So the reason I was going down this route, I think, with the 3DS that doesn't play all the games.
Oh,
so like
Minecraft, for example, is one of the few games that's locked out of the original 3DS. It only plays on the new 3DS. It's like a lot of parents rush to get it when they found out Minecraft's coming to the 3DS and their kids have a 3DS, only to find out that they brought it home and then you can't play Minecraft on your kid's old 3DS.
So why does Nintendo do this? Why do they do this, bro? Like, literally, they did it with the Nintendo Lite when it first came out. It didn't even play all the games. I think they've patched some of it, but like, I think like Mario Party, for instance, yeah, it's stupid to play on a Nintendo Switch Lite, but shouldn't all games be playable across the family of consoles? Like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah,
are there games that only run on PS Pro that don't run on PlayStations? You know, like, it's so weird. It's such a weird concept.
You get some upgrades, but yeah, I think the whole thing was the 3DS, the new 3DS, and the new 2DS, and the new line of consoles, whatever you want to call it, was specifically so that you could get games like Minecraft on it. And they thought, oh, this will be the new portable console, right? Well, then it turns out like the naming convention is so bad, you're looking at another Wii U kind of flop because of how bad your naming convention.
Exactly, it's like the same family of console. The Wii U is really good.
It's got perfect backwards compatibility with the Wii. What more can you want? All that shovelware. all
widespread adoption in third-party fucking games that never came.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Wii U, I have to say, as far as like a backwards compatible machine, the Wii U is a perfect backwards compatible machine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hack it, you can play GameCube on there too. Like it does it perfectly.
The Wii U, I had it basically since it came out, and then I sold it recently. Not recently today, but recently, like before the Switch came out, because I basically sold it and got like way more money than the Switch cost. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy a Switch, because that's the kind of gamer I am. Like, I don't really keep my old games.
I do. I keep everything.
It's sad to think about, but also it's like in the moment I didn't have to worry about anything. I just, I was a kid or whatever trying to upgrade, or younger trying to upgrade, and got the shit upgraded. But
I held on to like all of my consoles actually. The only ones I didn't get to keep were like the ones that my uncle had given me that he wanted back. That's pretty much it.
Give them back to me.
Well, it was always a borrowed. We always knew it was a borrowed console. We knew it wasn't like ours to keep.
Yeah.
It's like there was always the understanding that like eventually he's gonna want them back. It's like my NES days were over when he took the NES back.
You still got your N64?
No, my brother has it. I gave it to him a while back because N64 got too expensive to collect for.
I mean, you could just subscribe to Switch Online for $50 more a year and get your N64 games there. That's not expensive. Do you got it?
I have all of the N64 games they've released except maybe Win Back on my Wii U because I bought them years ago. And it's a one-time purchase, not a yearly annual subscription.
Here's
the only thing I want to do now is buy that N64 controller and figure out how to hook it to my Wii U.
That would be sick.
That's pretty much it. I'm good.
My thoughts on the NSO bullshit or whatever the fuck it's called, dude. I'm not worried about the price, but I've been watching the reviews and holy fuck, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball on so much stuff, like just not running well or like just things missing in Ocarina of Time. I'm just like, what's the point, man? How can you like release this and expect people to want to pay money? Like if it was literally the same thing as the N64 or like emulated well, I don't care about spending whatever the fucking cost is, but
because they're like, we're Nintendo, you will buy it.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Nintendo.
I really hope the narrative, I haven't been following along because I stopped following the narrative because it's just like everybody complaining about money, but I hope the narrative switches to like, wow, your emulator fucking sucks.
It
like,
is. MVG's Modern Vintage Gamers already changing that narrative. Yeah. He's like, this is just bad.
Yeah, I hope that's the way it goes because like I don't think complaining about money is going to change Nintendo.
No, like, Nintendo's never like doubled down, or no, they always double down on things costing money.
They've never changed their opinion about the price, but maybe if people complain enough, they'll.
Hey, supposedly the reason that this expansion costs so much money has nothing to do with N64.
It's like Sega, right?
Yeah, it's Sega licensing. Supposedly Sega got greedy, and it's like at that point, it's like Nintendo. Why do you want to even put these games on here?
What? Why did they get greedy? I can get all of the games on the fucking subscription on the standalone game that I already own.
Yeah,
I have the Sega. I gave them $30 to get all the games on the Switch already. Why am I? What? It makes no sense, dude. Can it detect if I own that and then just like remove the cost of Sega and just remove Sega?
I think there's a lot of people that would be totally fine if this thing didn't even come with the Sega games. Like Nintendo, that's the biggest mistake they made.
I agree.
Nintendo has a great backlog of games, and Sega has a great backlog of games. But guess what? I can't buy the Nintendo games on other consoles, but I can buy Sega anywhere.
I ask you a question. Are there any games on N64 made by Sega that Sega would have interest in forcing them to put the Genesis on the subscription for?
Not that I know of. I don't think Sega made it. Remember, N64 came out when the Dreamcast was still alive.
Okay.
So I doubt that.
So, for instance, I'm just going to say a random game, but like, let's just say Star Fox 64 is made by Sega. Sega could be like, well, the only way you can put that on the subscription is if you take all of our Genesis games too. Like,
see, I think the like one game that you could get away with saying Nintendo, you got to put this on your system, and I'm going to own you for it, is GoldenEye. Like if EA, Microsoft, and
that's rare though. So like
rare, yeah.
Who the fuck cares about Sega?
And EA got in a room together and said, "How can we stick it to Nintendo to get GoldenEye on there?"
They worked out a deal with Sega in the background. They're like, Sega, we're gonna get Genesis on there for you, but you got to give us some stuff. It's like this shady back alley
I have
deals.
heard some rumors though. There's going to be some kind of a rare N64 expansion pack later on. So you'll get like Diddy Kong Racing, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, like all these perfect like the banjo games.
Hopefully, it's a separate subscription. Just a rare.
So
just a
Microsoft
rare
and Nintendo already have
please.
good back and forth. So I doubt that will be like a Sega thing where it's going to be $30 extra.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, hopefully, it's on its own, so I don't have to get the Sega shit. But I know it's not gonna be. I know it's gonna be in the current thing.
Like you can have the rare pack, but you have to also buy the Dreamcast pack with it.
Oh no! Take the Dreamcast with it, motherfucker. Dude,
or they're
Dreamcast,
like, you got to get the 8-bit Master System games.
Dude, I mean, it's like what you said, and like what we're talking about. Like, they just need to get past the drama and just let people subscribe to the one they want. Like
why do you got to pay for all? Like, I don't care about Animal Crossing. I don't even have Animal Crossing.
That
the DLC
that's
makes
good though. Like, if people want a DLC pack with all of the NSO stuff, great, let them have it. But like, why can people not just say, "Give me NES, give me SNES, give me N64"?
I want the all Nintendo Switch Online.
Exactly.
I don't want Animal Crossing DLC. Even if they threw Breath of the Wild DLC in there, I don't care. I don't want it.
Yeah. I mean, if they were like, hey, any first party titles DLC will always be in this, that's fine with me. I would do it for that. But that's me.
Imagine if they had this when Smash Bros was coming out and you got all the DLC fighters for free.
Exactly.
Like that. Then
or
they should have done this for $30 a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. Or retroactively add everything. But it's like, even though like we might be okay with it or I might be okay with it, doesn't mean everybody's okay with it. You should have options. Like, you shouldn't have to like be all or none, you know?
You should go subscribe per console. But Sega, when they did this deal, probably said you must tie these two together. Because who's going to buy the Genesis? Like, there's very few people that will be like, all right, I want the Genesis games. And that's it.
It's so weird because they already exist on the Switch.
Most of them, yeah.
Like, they're almost all on there. I think I have like 30 plus.
Well, supposedly it's going to get expanded to like 50 or 60 Genesis games.
Cool. Maybe I'll check back in a couple years when that happens. Probably not.
N64
not with
is
the
going
rate
to 18 or so.
If they can fix the games, I'll play them. But
I really, honestly, the one thing that really that made me interested in, let's see here, it says you'll get, this is adding on to my meme earlier, you'll get the rare games, but you have to also buy the MS-DOS Free Ski, Flight Sim 94, and Windows 95 load screen, plus Office Paperclip Adventure Pack, Microsoft playing Hardball next.
I need Microsoft Office on there.
Hey, but bro, legit, if they made a free ski that you turn the Switch this way,
that would be awesome.
I would do it.
I mean, they could just bait them and tell them to like allow Game Pass app on there or something for the.
That was going to be my thing. I was going to say, if you have Xbox Live, you get the rare pack free.
That'd be cool. I mean, don't we already have them though on Xbox and Game Pass? Like, can I play all?
You don't get DK64.
Okay, true.
You don't
the
get
Nintendo.
You don't get the N64 Perfect Dark. I don't think.
Okay,
maybe you do.
I don't remember. I mean, you get like Banjo-Kazooie, I think. So,
but if it came, imagine you get portable now. Conker's Bad Fur Day, Perfect Dark,
but
GoldenEye.
Here's the thing:
Banjo-Tooie.
They're all playable on Xbox. So what if they're just like, you can't put them in the N64 thing, but you can use the xCloud? Then they're portable. So let's go, baby, xCloud on the Switch.
No, I think the deal would be like Microsoft would be like, hey, let Xbox Live run natively on the Switch, and you can have this rare pack.
Bro, that would be the biggest upgrade ever to Nintendo. Fuck Nintendo's online services, bro. Get good with that shit. It's so laggy, bro.
It's bad.
I love Nintendo. I'll fight to the death for them, but not for their online service, dude.
There was a deal being worked out at one point in time. I don't know how seriously, that Microsoft was pitching to Nintendo, hey, just use our back end for your live service. And Nintendo's like, nah, fam. We do our own thing at Nintendo.
Doesn't surprise me. They're a little backwards sometimes. Just imagine. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, just imagine the world of possibilities where Nintendo takes their game design and doesn't have to worry about systems like that they're not good at. Like, they clearly are not good at online systems. Like, they can make it happen, but I mean, the Mario Party stuff that just came out is supposedly better. But like, if they could just say like, okay, some other company outsource all of our online and just focus on making great games, it would be so much better, dude.
See, I think Nintendo has been gun shy about doing anything where a third party is handling any of their business ever since Sony, and they pulled the reins out and PlayStation became the #1 gaming brand in the entire world.
They got fucked up, dude. They shouldn't have fucked them over, dude.
But I think we made the wrong choice. We all should have bought the Philips CDI and enjoyed our Zelda CDI games. And
bro, can I play Zelda on my Philips Hue? I'm playing it on my light bulb, boys. Philips went real far, dude.
Dude, I think Nintendo, if they could, would buy out the CDI games from Philips, and if they could make them get erased from the entire internet, gone.
Yeah,
I think they would totally do it. Because they pretend like those don't exist. I've actually seen people defending them in the Zelda timeline before because they're like, everything's canon with Zelda. It's like, where do these fit? This person's like, oh, they go in this little nook and cranny here. And what are you talking about?
They fit in this. They fit in nook and cranny where fucking Link became sentient and abandoned all moral and went and worked for a different company or some shit. Like, it's like, why, bro? Like,
I'll let you read this one.
NSO should at least give Super Mario condoms since they're trying to fuck us so bad. I mean, that would be good, dude.
And we just lost monetization on this video.
Oh, we're fucked, dude.
Actually, you know what's funny is we've had some pretty horrible things like said in some of these podcasts, and yet the ones that get demonetized are like the totally family-friendly shows. Like the one we did last week, demonetized. It was all about Zelda. Like what?
For what?
I have no idea. I had to remove what I have found out though is if you remove monetization, it doesn't affect your bottom line. So like if you just straight up remove it altogether when you get the monetization strike, then it doesn't affect your future videos. But if you leave it on, yellow strike of death over and over and over again.
Dude, we got a actual channel strike on a second channel
from
Warner Brothers.
Really?
Yeah. Look at this. Active copyright strikes, 1 of 3. And they go across all channels that are attached to you.
Ooh.
So I made the Interstellar meme with Blue's Clues.
Oh, yeah.
And that was fine. Nothing happened to it. But on our like ./meme channel, I try to post templates for people to reuse because I'm like, I'll be nice. I'll let other people use all my hard work.
Oh, that's the one that
they copyright struck the template of the meme. And they didn't even just say like it's copyrighted. They said no, fuck you, and they literally hit me with like an actual strike that was like you must go to a copyright school, and if you go to copyright school, your thing will expire. And I'm like, fuck you, dude. I know what copyright is. Like, just fuck right off. Like, you literally copyright, and you can Google it, and there's other videos with it. None of them are off the fucking platform. Bunch of fucking tryhards, dude.
Yeah,
Warner Brothers sucks.
Hey, the only copyright claim that still remains on our entire channel throughout the entire, and I have parodies of famous songs like Little Mermaid. The only video on my entire channel that still has a copyright hit. Can you guess which one it is?
You did Halo. I don't think it's Halo. You did Little Mermaids. Is it a song or no?
Nope.
Oh,
so it's just a random video.
Is it a video game related video?
Nope.
Is it a movie related video?
Nope.
Oh,
it's a ./frag related video.
Oh, what one?
Sharks versus alligators video.
Oh yeah, they got me, bro. Don't worry, they got us both, dude.
BBC.
Wait, dude,
they won't lift it. I challenged them like 3 times. They won't lift it.
It's so stupid, bro. It makes no sense.
Yeah, like you're literally transformative in that work, and they won't lift the copyright. I'm like, no.
Yeah, so we have another video on our channel. I don't know if it's related or referenced in that video, but it's about sharks. And me and Joe are just riffing on fucking sharks. Dude, we got like 7 copyrights on that one, dude.
What?
Like, they came for us, bro. None of them were strikes. They were just like...
took down our stream in the middle of our most successful stream for having 5 seconds of an ant growing a mushroom on its head.
Why?
When we had Roanoke Gaming and WowSwitch Gaming on for that 5-hour podcast, midway through, we showed BBC footage of cordyceps, like literally sprouting out of an ant's head. And
in
like
real time, they took it down?
The stream went down. Nobody could see us. They were still chatting in the chat. We're like, oh, wait, we'll come back. We'll come back. As soon as I took that video off, like within like 10 seconds, our stream was renewed and we were allowed to come back on.
What?
Yes, we lost the stream midway through the stream due to
Oh
copyright.
my god, bro, that's so stupid.
So then I snipped that little clip out and it fixed the monetization. But I was like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, so
except Twitch saved it, but YouTube didn't. It was fine on Twitch. It died on YouTube.
Yeah,
it was weird.
They shouldn't be able to just like auto fucking strike you, dude. Like it's so stupid.
I can't believe you could strike mid live stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a video go up and it was been out for like 2 months, and it got struck because you're using our copyrighted music. And then I literally replied, I'm like, here's my license. Why should I have to do the work? Shouldn't they have to do the work to say like I'm infringing on their copyright? So stupid, bro.
Only copyright claim on the entire channel. Oops. Let me zoom out a little bit.
Well, thanks for not taking it down, I guess. I appreciate it.
I won't take it down. Screw that.
So stupid, dude.
100% like ratio, though. There you go.
Hell yeah, dude. Popping off.
Yeah, copyright claim. Ineligible. Let's see what it says next. Let's ready? Let's say this video can't be monetized. I'm the copyright. These nuts.
Wait. Let me see. Go. Can you show me who it is? Like what the claim is on the right?
Let me hop out for a second.
Yeah, just in case.
I want to make sure.
Yeah.
I don't want in case it says something weird.
Mm-hmm.
So it says not affected. Channel impact, no effect on my channel. So I don't lose anything for it, but it's like the entire video. It's like thousands of sharks. BBC. Yeah.
That's it. Oh, okay.
No, look, ready? I'll show you right here.
Oh.
Dispute rejected. Video cannot be monetized. Thousands of sharks visit a seamount, Blue Planet, Natural History of Oceans, BBC. Yeah. And apparently BBC has it monetized in Europe. I've made like $20 in Europe or something for BBC.
And that's not transformative?
Yep. Apparently not. Okay. Even though you literally
Hey, BBC fans, make sure to come on down to the CHRILLCAST and watch our reversion of their shit, because you don't want to watch it on their channel that's also free, that you could just literally go to their channel and watch it, but you're going to come over here to the CHRILLCAST and watch it instead. They're missing out.
When I disputed this, I messaged and I said, hey, this is transformative work. We're commentating over something else, and we're not even using the original audio whatsoever. And then I said, if you really want, we can credit the footage in the description and a pinned comment. And then BBC says, nah, fam, we're taking this video.
It's so dumb because half the time when they do it, they don't like the email they give you doesn't even work. Like it doesn't have to work. They can hit you with a copyright and move on.
That's exactly how it works. Yeah. BBC is the worst. I was talking to Roanoke and WoW, and basically they both said, yeah, literally, you cannot use BBC footage. If you do, you will get the copyright strike, or copyright hit, I should say, not strikes. Strikes are bad. Strikes is bad. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
bad, okay.
In our video, we apparently used fake footage from a movie, and Lionsgate fucking hit us. Lionsgate's like, you're just copying
fake footage from a movie?
It's like shark footage in a movie, and we were like, we thought it was just a regular video because it was like viral marketing that they did on like a random YouTube channel. We're like, holy fuck, that shit looks crazy. And we're like commenting on it. And we're like, fuck sharks, dude. And then they hit us with a copyright and like, hey, that's actually from our movie. And it's like from Lionsgate. I'm like, okay, dude, whatever.
Just so you know, always when you try to fight copyright, threaten legal action, whether you mean it or not.
Essentially claim one of my videos soundtrack, it wasn't Microsoft, and Microsoft uses the Halo Com. Yeah. So in a lot of our glitch videos, we do a lot of Destiny glitch videos. For anyone that doesn't know, I was using a song from the Bungie Destiny 2 like recent expansion soundtrack, and like I got like probably like 10 videos in. And I was like, I should probably stop doing that, because what if one day they're just like, fuck you, and they take all of our videos down for one song? So now there's just no music. But like the song is in Destiny. So I'm like, how can they tell me that it's copyright if I'm playing Destiny with their song in the background?
Because you don't have a license to use their software for a commercial purpose.
But like in the game,
listen, if PewDiePie can play a game on stream with his own commentary and transformative, and the developer can take that video down because he's playing their game. Literally, any of these people could do that. Like,
they could do it for anything. So it's like, I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna remove that. It's not worth it. Like I talked through most of it anyway, so I'm like, it's not worth the risk that like one day every single video will go down because that one song. So I was like, fuck it, dude.
That's why all of the music you hear on our channel, I wrote.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea.
Like the New Swarm intro, I played that chord and recorded it and everything else. That thing, the opening riff that comes in on every New Swarm video, I made that. And then the old intros and outros were instrumentals from my old rap career that I'm never gonna bring back.
Can you send me the videos, dude, or the audio files?
They still exist.
Wait, is this the same one that I've seen before on YouTube already, or is this something else? Was it rap? I didn't think I saw. Okay, I didn't think I saw a rap video, but I might have to rewatch it, dude. Let me go find this. I think
I got some old high school music on the internet somewhere.
Hell yeah, dude.
I used to do shows. I was like, people don't like, a lot of people like blow it off, but I literally was at one point in time a semi-professional traveling musician. I'd open up for other acts and, you know, throughout the entire like Midwest region.
What made you stop?
I literally can't do that as a lifestyle. Like that doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I see that.
I had some offers from some rather large organizations, but like I'm a homebody. I don't like traveling. There's definitely some hint of depression that was kicking in. And I watched that Avicii documentary recently, and I was like, man, the way he describes like the traveling and all that, I feel that. That's exactly where I was. Like I can be creative at home and do all my stuff here, release it to the world, not make a dime and have fun with it. Or I can make a lot of money and travel around and I get really depressed. So no, thank you.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's a hard thing to juggle. And I'm just so glad that the world is moving to like work from home. Because I do programming, so it's like, why the fuck do I need to go to an office to program?
Clearly, because you can't do computer work without social interaction.
Clearly, bro, dude. As much as I liked my old job, at the end it was kind of ridiculous because everybody was like, "Okay, we're gonna do a happy hour, and we're all gonna get on at 4:00 and have drinks and talk on Zoom." I'm like, bro, I have a family, dude, and kids. Like, I'll do it like every once in a while, but like they were doing it like 3 times a week because it was like when COVID first dropped, and everybody was like super depressed because there's like a bunch of college graduates, and they were like they moved to where I live to work at the company, so they don't really know people here.
Yeah, and
I'm like, that sucks, but also like I have 3 kids and a wife, like I need to like not be sitting here I also don't drink, so that was kind of emo, bro. But at my new job, dude, oh, so good. I don't know if we talked about
drink, but it's like very, very, very occasionally.
Yeah, I've only gotten drunk like 3 times in my life, and like drank alcohol 3 times in my life. So you see the pattern. But I don't know if I told you, but I got a new job recently in like March, and I work at a game company now, working on games. So it's fun stuff. It's mobile games, lots of fun. Everybody's super fucking dope. It's a company of 11 people instead of a company of 3,000 people. So it's like much less stress. Everybody's like knows each other. I'm like working from home. I'm not driving 45 miles one way. It's great, dude.
Is this like a startup or an established company?
They've been around since 2012. They have the largest they have the largest domino game on mobile, and they have other games that they're working on.
You can survive off just having the top game of a category. Because this is the first one people see. It's like, you're golden. Like imagine the first person to put Texas Hold'em on the App Store.
Exactly.
That game that supports your whole company.
Yeah. So like the main revenue is domino, and they're working into other revenue streams of like console games and other fun stuff. So I work on UI and app related stuff right now, but we'll see. I love programming. So
you mind if I pitch to you what I think Arcade 1-Up needs to do?
Hit me with it.
All right. So I was thinking about this today, like NFTs, arcade machines, Imagine if Arcade 1-Up released a generic arcade machine with no games on it from the get-go. So it told you essentially the shell for like $100 or something, right? And then you get a coin book, and each coin in the coin book is an NFT. And you slot that coin into the machine for the arcade machine, and you're playing the game.
Yeah. So
and then you just retrieve the coin when you're done.
Yeah. I mean, that would
then
be
you
dope.
Collect coins in a book for all the arcade games you want to play.
That would be dope. I mean, the thing is like it would have to be online and like verify that stuff, right? or else all the games that already
Probably.
exist on the thing.
But I mean, it'd be a cool mechanism for even if all the games were pre-downloaded, it'd be a cool mechanism. And the way I look at it, is when you buy these coins, instead of having a download, they ship you a USB to add the games to your system.
Yeah, I mean, it would be dope. I mean, the biggest problem with Arcade 1UP for me is like being stuck with like 1 or 3 games, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't want to buy a fucking arcade machine.
That's what I'm saying. Arcade 1UP should release this. You can call it the coin op or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, they need to work on some solution because I don't want to spend $400 or more. I think they're like $600 now because they have online play, like to have 2 games on there. Like, I want to make an arcade with like an emulator on it more than I want to.
You want a MAME machine.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I would rather do that.
Something emulation. I can't remember what it's called. Here, all right.
Because like I've
just
bought
a cool little glimpse into old Chris.
Hit us with it, dude.
I'll show you a video. I'll show you a channel that you can look up later. I can't touch it now at this point. So
wait, why can't you touch it, bro?
I can't log into this channel. I know people are gonna find it anyway, so I don't care.
Hit us with it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
There you go. Here's old Chris.
R4G music. Yeah, I think it's the one I saw.
Yeah, that exists. You see me from like high school days. It's over a decade ago. I've been on YouTube longer than that, but that's over a decade ago.
Bro, I'm gonna make a channel that just reacts. Video. Yeah, no, it's gonna be like a React channel for R4G music. I'm like, all right, guys, today they released their first fucking single, the Flow Rider Goonies. We're gonna watch this shit. It's gonna be fucking riffing on it, dude. It's gonna be great, dude.
Okay, listen, Flow Rider Goonies. I will say it's got like no views compared to the other 2 videos. But what is hilarious to it is like every time I listen to a song, it's so 2012. It's not even funny. Like all of the references you will only get if you were like with it in 2012. So it's got like a link to not Jason Derulo. What's the guy that did Down? Baby, are you down?
Oh
down?
No, I know the song, but I don't know the person.
It's like it starts with a J. Everybody had a J name back then. Everybody.
Dude, I'm verifying this. I'm on FileDen trying to download the song. Let's go.
Oh, you clicked on the link? I used to have a FileDen account back in the day, and then FileDen started like deleting old files if you didn't pay for the paid subscription.
Jay Sean, bro.
Jay Sean, that's right. It's like there's a Jay Sean reference in there. There's a Harry Potter reference there because it's talking about how Hermione chose to marry Ron instead of Harry Potter. Just like there's a lot of good 2012 references in there. Okay. How Stephen Colbert kissed a bear in his Christmas special, and yeah, there's a lot of literally 2012, 2011 references in that song.
Okay,
that was like the peak Flow Rider too. So,
is this Flow Rider or Florida?
Are you listening to it?
No, I have it paused right now. I'm just
Flow Rider, and actually, the reason I asked you that is because right in the beginning of the song, my guitarist partner in the video says it's Flow Rider, not Florida. Get it right this time. Oh man, 2012 Chris was in a different place. Let's just put it that way. Some of these lyrics are not so good. Like I would not recommend you listen to "Pow How You Like Me Now" because it's stupid. It's a dumb song. Really good chord progression, great chorus, horrible verses.
Okay. So you could make some music, bro, and just post it on the CHRILLCAST, dude.
I'm working on our 1,000 subscriber special. All right, I will reveal it on this podcast because nobody is watching it right now, anyways.
What?
No, I'm just
clipping it. I'm clipping it, dude.
It's you could. I don't care. Whatever. 2012 just knew it was ready for the world to end. Yeah, like it's 2012. Da, 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 da. I can't remember the lyrics, anyways.
All right. You show me I'll show you. That's what this is gonna be. I gotta pitch you an idea while we're here and see what you think, because I appreciate your feedback. You gotta tell me about your 1,000 subscriber first.
Oh, this is 1,000 subscribers is gonna be actually it's already on my SoundCloud. You could find it on there. I'll show you. the song is. I'm still working on the final version, but you go to Sound. Oh, I don't even know if you can find me this, but we'll try it. We'll try it. SoundCloud.com.
I'm already in the mainframe, dude. I'm already here.
Can you search? Oh yeah, here we go. You just search for CHRILLCAST on here. There it is. Okay, it's literally this song.
Bro, I already know this, dude. You trolling
me.
That's
the 1,000 subscriber special. It'll eventually come out.
Okay, one day. That's fine, dude. That's fine.
I'm still working on the video.
All right, bro. I need to tell you this then. Okay. So Joey approached me the other day, and he said, "Hey, how would you feel about playing games that are too naughty for YouTube?"
Is that your 1,000 subscriber special?
Well, no, but
okay.
And I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" He's like hentai, bro. What if we play some hentai games that are like funny or some shit, and we just like troll the whole time? And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Where can we post them?" So I've been like digging in, trying to find some solutions because clearly YouTube's not going to work.
No, here's what you do: is if you're going to play this game, just show you guys your reactions to stuff.
Yeah.
Don't show the footage at all and let people guess what's going on.
So that is a good solution if we want to put it on YouTube. However, I've been digging into everything, and there's obviously like the big websites, you know, like the naughty websites that you could put them on.
Sure.
I don't want to be like, "Hey guys, go to this website to watch our video." Like that's so weird, bro. So I was digging into it, and apparently OnlyFans supports like gaming creators more. Yeah, I mean, obviously OnlyFans is everybody knows what OnlyFans is for, but
although supposedly not so much anymore. I guess MasterCard and all them got involved, and they're like, we want less of this type of content on here. So who knows? Yeah, so they have a blog post recently about gaming creators on OnlyFans. And I was talking to Joey about it. Apparently, you can do like a free account or like a subscriber account where people have to subscribe. But we can make an OnlyFans that's free and post these videos there because you can post whatever you want on there, like as long as it's not hateful. So like, we're thinking about making an OnlyFans, posting the videos for free there, and then of course people can tip if they want, but also you can live stream and put it behind a subscription. So we're thinking of just live streaming these fucking terrible games to OnlyFans and then posting the video after the fact, and unironically having an OnlyFans for DotSlashFrag. Only if you call it ./onlyfrags.
We could just call it OnlyFrags, dude.
You could do that. But I like ./onlyfrags or something.
Yeah, because I think it's probably a good idea to do that. So when people Google ./frag, it doesn't come up as like the first option. Hey guys, welcome to ./frag, and we're on OnlyFans. Oh yeah, look at that hentai right now. So, from what I've explained to you, do you think that fits in the theme of our kind of content? Or
I think it could be a fun sidestep for a minute, but I don't know if I'd do that.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna make a fucking OnlyFans video every day of my life. It's mostly like
your wife walks in. How are you making money?
Yeah, don't judge me. We've had to pivot. I got a little freaking pasties on.
He's like taking his shirt off.
So the thing I was gonna say, it's mostly having a box to put stuff. It's not like we want to go out of our way to make that content, but like, let's say a game comes across us, it's like, wow, that looks fucking hilarious. I don't want to spend like 10 hours like censoring a video, you know? So like maybe you
could just post your reaction to the videos and your commentary without showing the game itself and have it on YouTube.
And then, dude,
edit that.
Dude, this is what we do. We record our videos and the game. We post only our reactions at YouTube, and they're like, hey, want to see the gameplay? Go to our OnlyFrags. Let's go, dude.
You have to go to ./frags.
Oh, dude, that's a good name. I'm getting some solid names in here, dude.
Oh, man. Oh, geez. I don't think it's a bad idea. Let's put it that way.
But it's not a great idea, right? Like, it's in the middle.
I think you can get some serious traffic doing that. I just don't know if it'll be long-term traffic.
Yeah. I mean, that's the issue.
Because there were a lot of videos that got some serious views on YouTube of people reviewing OnlyFans accounts. But that demographic didn't exist very long.
Well, the thing too is like, I was talking to Joey and I was like, dude, what if this shit takes off and we have to just play these games? He's like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, let me read his comment.
That was kind of my point, was like, you know, what if it does take off? Like, what would you do?
He goes, fuck it, man. If that's our life, let's embrace it. I'm like, oh God, save me. So we'll see. We'll see if anything comes for it, dude.
Oh, man.
Comes from it. Put a whole new meaning.
So, secret thing I am working on. I don't know if it's going to actually happen, but I'm working on a parody for a very large YouTube channel, specifically a very big YouTube channel that involves Bo Burnham.
Okay.
And that's as much as I can say about it. So when that drops, I think you'll all be impressed.
Okay. Is it someone I know, or is it like...
I don't... Well, you might know the channel, but you probably don't know the person personally.
Okay. But like, is somebody in like the group of people you've talked to before and interacted with, right? It's not like some random YouTube channel?
It's a long list, but yes. It's a long list.
I mean, I've watched a lot of videos, bro. So
no, I'm just saying it's a big list of people that could be.
Okay. We'll see. That's cool though. I mean, that's dope. Let me know.
I have taken my sweet time putting it together, so he might not use it anymore, but we'll see.
Rip.
Exactly. I've had a lot of hangups. We actually had one completely ready to go, and we both decided it didn't meet the it was up to snuff for what we wanted.
Yeah, that's always the worst.
And then what was even better was it was good we didn't do it, because 3 other people did the same song as a parody after we had it done and didn't actually release it.
It's always tough making something and looking at it and just being like, put it to the side and never touch it again. But sometimes it's just.
I've still got the file on my PC. I might use it eventually. We'll see.
Yeah.
Put it on my OnlyFans account.
What is it gonna be? Only Chris, dude?
Yeah, I did for a minute think about reinitializing my my music career for a minute. I did think about it, because for a long time our most popular videos were my parody songs.
Okay.
I thought about using that to build the channel, but no. But I was gonna call the band Lonely Fans.
Oh, I know. I followed the Twitter, bro. I was curious.
I was going to do that, and I decided against it.
What made you decide against it? Too much work, or you just don't want to be known for that?
My concern would be that because right now I just comment on gaming and have a good time, right?
Yeah.
But with music, you get into lots of other subjects, and I
serious.
don't need to be that serious online.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah, it's not worth it, dude.
Yeah, the second anything political comes up, it's like game over. You lost half your fan base. I don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you say one thing, and that's like what Chris Raygun goes through every day, right? Like,
well, yeah, he lost like 5,000 subscribers in one video. I'm like, that sucks.
Like, I watch this shit and I laugh. Like, it doesn't matter who he's making fun of. He's just making
and that's comedy, how comedy should be. That's how comedy should be. Comedy should be that you can inwardly make fun of yourself or outwardly make fun of everybody else.
Yep. And the sad part is our current society doesn't want to do it like that. So I try to stay away from it, because I already don't think I'm that funny. So if I attempt to make funnies like that, then it's just not worth it. So fuck them. I just play games, dude. Get scared, get spooked on them.
I'm sure that if somebody dug deep enough, they'd find all of my other channels that have existed on the internet over time.
All of them, huh?
All of them, yeah, eventually.
I'm making a CHRILLCAST.
Exactly. Fable historian, politics. Nah, fam. That's right. Nah, exactly.
What about the politics in the world of Fable, though? Fair game?
Fair game. Fair game. We're discussing fictional politics, not real politics. That's why I'm okay talking about Dead Rising conspiracy theories, because they're hilarious. They're completely hilarious. But anyways.
Yep.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I mean, I think, had a nice little fun time.
Oh yeah, great time.
If y'all actually do get a Phasmophobia going, looks like Team Ancilla wants to, but I'm game. I'll come and play. I think it's 4 players.
Before we finish the stream, we need to hear this though. The awful OnlyFans name.
Yeah, what is it, dude? Hit me with it. But if you ever need anybody, you already know the boys are gonna show up. If you need 4 people to play a game, we'll show up. If you need one, then I'll come, and I just won't tell the other people, dude.
He's totally right about this Fable story. Fable 3 is the only one with actual politics. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right about that. But you were here for the beginning of the stream, were you? Where I talked about how the crawler was one of the creepiest things that ever happened in gaming. Go back and watch that and see if you agree with me. I think the cave opening with the crawler literally freaked me out. I might even make the crawler the thumbnail for this podcast tonight. We'll see.
Creepy.
And then people will get into it like, there's barely any horror in this podcast.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck, bro? Anyway, I mean, we talked about a good amount of stuff.
We did in the beginning. We got a good hour and a half of horror games before we split off.
Yeah, just hit them with a timestamp. Horror, and then the second half, bullshit.
You wake up tomorrow, and you're just like, half
OnlyFans
on.
Tag the other one as OnlyFans, bro.
Split it in half. OnlyFans stream with DotSlashFrag.
Yes, sir. Yo, if we stream on OnlyFans, you want to come to an episode? Oh my god, why is the word "come" so weird?
I will stream my OnlyHands account.
Oh yes. Yes.
OnlyHams. Let's see, how about? Oh god, no. Team Ansel, no.
I can't see it.
Look at this. Look at the comments.
I'm waiting, dude. I don't see it on YouTube.
Oh, do you not get this cool setup that I have here?
No,
I see the comments in the stream yard.
Oh, hold on. There we go. This is great and all. How about come? Yep. There you go, dude. Dude, we're gonna start a trend. All gaming YouTubers need an OnlyFans, bro.
Nobody needs to see what's under this shirt, though. Okay. All right?
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be getting naked on the OnlyFans or anything.
I'm joking.
We're gonna just put some risque content that YouTube doesn't like on there. It's gonna be good.
Hey, if you could actually normalize that, then sweet. But right now, yeah, Patreon's where it's at. Actually, you can sell what you can sell on OnlyFans on Patreon, kind of.
Yeah, but how do you upload a video to Patreon? I thought it was Vimeo or YouTube.
I don't know.
Like, whenever I had a Patreon, it was like you uploaded it to one of those and then linked it there. So, I don't know if they changed it. Yeah.
But, on that note, I think we're going to get moving here pretty quick. We're at 1 a.m, and I might try to record some more music tonight. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we got to get you on more often. So whenever you're available on a Saturday night, just send me a message. We'll try and get it going. Anytime you see a subject. In fact, next time you look at the schedule for CHRILLCAST stuff, tell me which ones you want to be on.
Okay.
DotSlashFrag is always welcome on the CHRILLCAST.
Papa bless, dude. Thank you. I'm always available, as you can tell.
And if you ever want to hop on one of our Fable streams just to commentate or hang out.
This roast fucking Will.
Or Metroid Mondays, either one. I'm more than happy on for Metroid Mondays.
I only want to come on to this. Oh my god, fuck that word. I only want to join for those streams if I get control of OBS and I can move my person behind Will, and then I can move my person behind you.
Far away?
You could use Parsec, but
you gotta teach me Parsec. I don't know how to use that.
Parsec's so good, bro. Anytime you want to get together and talk about how we set shit up, let me know, dude. I'll walk you through any of it.
Dude, Fable Historian. I want to set up a Fable podcast in the future with Skyrion. And if you want to jump on too, I would love to have you both just chatting away with Fable stuff. And I will defend Fable 3 because nobody wants to do that. I'll
have to replay it. Honestly, 30 minutes in, my shit bugged and I gave up on it. It wasn't bad by any means.
I hope Fable Historian can agree with me that Fable 3 is not as bad as everybody says it is. But I appreciate you unblocking me on Twitter. I know I look like a spam account half the time, but I'm getting better. I don't post on Twitter nearly as much as I used to. I did look like a pretty bad spam account for a while. I'm not going to lie. I don't blame anybody who blocked me a year ago.
Man,
Fable 3 isn't the worst, but I still don't like it. All right, I guess I'm the lonely man defending Fable. 3.
But he said it's not the worst though. Like, does that mean it's not the worst Fable, or does it just mean it's not the worst game?
Not the worst game,
Okay.
guaranteed. Because I still don't like it.
Okay.
And he's the Fable historian, so I hope he likes the other 2.
Yeah. There's a new one coming out, right? Or is that just rumors?
It's officially confirmed. We Are Playground is doing it. The people that do the Horizon, Forza Horizon. Oh my gosh, my brain. I was going to say Horizon Zero Dawn. And I was like, nope, that's not right.
It's such a unique and cool. Like, the original game was amazing. So I mean, like, I'm excited.
He's right. Fable the Journey exists.
Wait, isn't that what you guys play?
I have Fable. No, I have Fable the Journey. I'm going to play it.
What you guys play? What, Fable Heroes or something on the
We play Fable Heroes on your channel. Fable Heroes is like it's like Mario Party meets Fable meets Castle Crashers.
It was something, dude.
That was fun. I liked that one actually. It was a short one too.
Yeah, that's nice that it wasn't like super long.
It worked out where we were able to split off where you guys did the week and we did a week essentially. It worked out great. We need to do that again.
I'm always down, bro.
Although we don't do all the Monday. You'd have to do like 5 news storms instead of.
Dude, you have to teach me the ways.
Is it that? So here, I want to connect everything, but you needed football field to use it. I've actually gotten away. So I will show you real quick before we end the stream. There is a way to use the Kinect with a much smaller space. I own it. The product that lets you do that. Let me find it real quick. Just for Fable historians information. It's like a Nyko product. Nyko Kinect magnifier. Yeah, here it is. Nyko Zoom. It's called the Nyko Zoom. It's like $17. Yeah, I'll pull it up on stream right now. You need to get one of these right here. That lets you use your Kinect sensor much, much, much closer to the actual Kinect right there. That's what you need. I bought that forever ago and never regretted it. It basically magnifies everything up. So you can't stand as far apart from each other and play, but you can stand much closer. So the risk of hitting each other is much higher, but you can play in a much smaller space. So yeah, Fable Historian, there you go. Nyko Zoom, get it. Make it happen. Then you can play right up next to your Xbox. You can play like within a couple feet of your Xbox with this thing. So it works pretty great. Anyways, now that we've detailed off into yet another detour, why don't we end this thing the right way? Subscribe to DotSlashFrag now. Get him to 2K before us.
Subscribe to CHRILLCAST now. Get him to 2K before us.
And then we'll all end up working for 2K by the end of this. So anyways.
Oh, no.
As
Thanks
always,
for having me. Thanks for watching.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Alex.
From DotSlashFrag.
From DotSlashFrag. That's what I said.
And hopefully he'll see you on another CHRILLCAST in the near future.
Yeah.
We love DotSlashFrag, even if they have the OnlyFans.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.